we are. Hello, welcome to Sunday here at Crafters TV. It is lovely to have your company. Good afternoon. It is now. I've just about got that sorted now. Good morning in New York. Now what is it in California? Oh, it's even earlier morning, isn't it? Good night, Melbourne. It's 10 o'clock tonight in Melbourne, Australia, and it is lovely to have your company. We've got two brilliant shows for you on Sunday, so we've pretty much got hold of you now for the next 5 hours. We give you an hour off in the middle to go and let the cat out or the dog in on the other way round. We have got such a brilliant show for you this morning, something you are going to absolutely adore and love, and something that, as the name of the show suggests, it's a launch day, and that means we are launching something brand new and so exciting as well. Do you know what? I think when it comes to sentiments, it's good to have the ultimate, and I think we've got the ultimate for you today. And of course, my pal at the weekend, oh, I tell you what, I couldn't choose a better one, because oh, how we love Debbie Robinson. Hey, Debbie, how are you?
Oh, I love that one. I really like that. I'm your little song title then. Absolutely fabulous. I missed you yesterday, Derek.
I know.
I really missed you. It wasn't the same. Well, I had lots of fun with Joe. I'm not going to say it because I did have a lot of fun with Joe, and I really did enjoy yesterday.
I believe so.
But it wasn't the same because we're weekend buddies.
I know.
Joe, look at me.
Oh, that's it. Where's Joe? Is he behind the curtain again?
Shut the front door and everything else. Oh, no, Derek, I let myself down, and it's almost like we rehearsed it. But I am really excited. Look. I'm going to make up to it now, right now, Derek. I'm going to make up for it right now. Look,
is that the card you made for me?
This is what I made for you, Derek. You're my special friend. It's all about the sentiments today, Derek. And honestly, I am really super excited that we've got a set of sentiments that we're covering absolutely every single occasion. And it's what every crafter needs. I always talk about a good tool in your crafty stash. Derek, I can promise you by the end of the show, you'll have got yours in your basket. Let me tell you now.
Do you know what? I think there is every possibility, because Debbie and I, obviously, we get the first sneaky peek even before you. And it was brilliant. And I was saying to Debbie straight away, oh my word, you've got such a lot of choice here. Even to say the same thing in so many different ways, it is brilliant. Now listen, come and chat along with us on our Facebook page, on Crafters TV Facebook page, and on our YouTube channel as well. I want all of the ideas that you've got. I want them brimming over into our comments and into the email today as well. Hello, Kathy. She says, good morning, ladies. Good morning, ladies. I'm a lady today, am I? I see. This shirt could lead you down that avenue, couldn't you, I suppose? She says, good morning, ladies, from NC and MD. I'm here in NJ. I have no idea what any of those things mean, but I'm guessing NJ might be New Jersey. Good morning to you. God's Desire for Me says, good morning, everyone from North Carolina. Sarah is with us. Good evening, Sarah. Or should I say good night, Sarah? Because it's 10 p.m. in Melbourne, Australia, and Rebecca is joining us from Austin, Texas. Beautiful. I'd love to go to Austin, actually, because lots of exciting things happen there. Right, let me show you this ultimate bundle of gorgeous stamps, because this is amazing. You're going to absolutely love these. Come and take a little look, because these are big, bold, bright, and see all the different fonts and the different texts you've got going on here. And we've got 8 whopping stamp sets for you. I think these are brilliant. Some of them are in script, some of them are in funky fonts, just very different and very broad as well. Sometimes when you want to say something, you want to say it in lots of different ways and mix the fonts together. Well, look at how you can mix the sentiments together here, because that's your first of 8 sets, which is thank you. Then you have got your good luck. And I love the fact that good is on its own as well. So you can separate good and luck, or bring the two together like this one. Love the font on this. It's absolutely phenomenal. Remember, you're getting 8 stamp sets in this bundle and an ink pad as well. Then you've got, this is the one Debbie chose for my card this morning, Special Friend. Isn't it beautiful? Again, you've got it nice and softer if you want it. You've got that bold and funky font there as well. And I love this one. It's really playful. Imagine that in lots and lots of different settings and scenarios, be it celebrations or birthdays or whatever you want to. Lots and lots of different applications. Now, often, a thinking of you sentiment we think of in sad times in our lives, but actually with everything that's happened this year, thinking of you can be for so many different reasons. Somebody going through a health journey, somebody who's moved away, someone you haven't been able to keep in touch with. And look at how many different ways you can say it as well. And thinking is completely separate from of you. So it can be, a reflective sentiment, but it can also be a very, very uplifting sentiment. Love this. This is perfect. Great for those really key celebrations just for you. And look at how many different ways there are. I mean, I think this is just beautiful because that's a really nice composition. But look at how many times you've got just and for and you. So you can mix up those fonts and have great fun with them. Happy birthday, of course, is one of those things that often you think of the sentiment towards the end of decorating the card, don't you? So this gives you lots of different size choices as well. It's really quite, I think the word I use is sort of universal for this. It's really, really good because you know that this will be your go-to stamps whenever you want to say that happy birthday and you want one that's just the right size. Same for happy anniversary as well. Actually, in this stamp set, it's so inspirational that it kind of leads you to the card project. So you'd start at the sentiment, I think, with this one, and then build your card around it. And again, you've got lots and lots of different choices. It's brilliant. So far, individually most popular, by the way, is the happy birthday. Not surprised. Actually, Debbie and I were trying to do a bit of if we were doing the multi-buy, which I'll tell you about in just a moment. This is the 8th stamp set, by the way. Congratulations. Debbie and I were trying to work out, well, if we were just doing a multi-buy and we were just doing our 2 favourites, what would be the 2 favourites? And before we knew it, we were at 6 anyway. So it's kind of worth just having the whole bundle. Now remember, with this bundle, you also get your quick dry ink pad thrown into the bundle as well, and it's the twilight grey, so it's a really, really nice background ink, should I say, if you want to colour that up. But again, you've got something that's nice and bold if you want to use it with those funky fonts. They're absolutely brilliant. Let me show you some other things that are on the show as well. Oh, let me just mention the multi-buy first of all. So any of the 8 stamp sets you can buy individually, $14.99 or $16.95. But there's no way you'd want to do that when you can have 2 for $25 or $28. You would definitely go for a multi-buy. And I think, to be honest, once you've started picking through the multi-buys and going, okay, I definitely want that one, I probably definitely need that one, before you know it, you're up to 4 or 5 anyway, which is where you can see the value in the biggest bundle. But listen, you shop your way. Everyone's on a different budget, but I definitely at least be going for a couple of sets there, 2 for $25 or $28. Now we've got so much more on the show as well. So let me show you our lace edgeables. These are so sweet. I love these. These are brilliant. And they just go perfectly with the stamp sets that we've got actually. They're really, really cute. They're really, really adorable. Oh, look, there's Debbie's favorite. Straight away, we've got the butterfly lace and you can see what that does beautifully. In this bundle, we've also got the Venetian scroll, which is so beautiful, so classy. I'll run through these. You can see them all on the website. Edwardian rose, again, beautiful. Really, really nice classic borders. You've got traditional lace, which has a lot of detail in it. I mean, amazing how our dies can get this much detail in. It's incredible. Then you've got your ornate henna, which is wonderful. Henna's the thing that you have tattoos on the back of your hand in as well, isn't it? That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Beautiful. And then you've also got your heartfelt wishes, which again is going to sit so beautifully with all of these sentiments that you've got in the stamps as well. I think that's really good, 6 big edgeable lace detailed dies there. $39.96 or $55.80. So it's a 30% saving. So it's almost like you're buying 6 and paying for 4. Is that right? Something like that, isn't it? Really good. $39.96, $55.80. Now, let me show you some other bits and pieces which we have on the show. We have got your cut and emboss folders. Always a favorite. I love these. Craig and I were playing with these. Well, I say playing with these, making projects with these last weekend. Absolutely brilliant. Remember, I kept the thanks and kept showing it back to Craig, the cutout. This is great because you get the letters back as well from the cut and emboss. They are superb. You've got birthday, congrats, friend, home, love, and thanks there. Saving over 30% again on this one. So it's $51.96 or $59.96. Now, Debbie's put together a selection of her favourite embossing folders, and here they are. And look, there is my favourite Rick Rack. I love Rick Rack. I still don't have that embossing folder, and I really do need to get it. Now, in this bundle, 3 of those embossing folders are 3D ones as well, which are awesome, off the chart. Country Garden, English Rose and Decadent Lilies, and we're also including Rose Bloom's Crafty Friends, and of course my favourite, that Zigzag Rick Rack, which is wonderful. £25 for the lot. Debbie, what a deal! Love it!
It is. I needed a special deal on the show today, Derek, and this definitely covers and ticks that box. I've got my very favourite embossing folder ever in there, which is the Country Garden, and then there's the others. I mean, I love the Rick Rack. Derek, I chose that Rick Rack for you, actually.
Thank you, darling.
I actually thought, because that is a fabulous one that can create so many different backgrounds.
Yeah.
The lovely crafty friends, because of course that's what we all are, crafty friends. And again, you've got the beautiful rose gold one there, and you can see that gorgeous lily collection. I just love all of those, which is why I asked for a really special price today. And isn't that the best price for 6 folders? There's 3D folders in there, Derek, as well as your traditional folders.
I know.
It's an amazing price, which is why it's Debbie's special Sunday deal.
It's too much for a Sunday, let me tell you. £25. Grab it quickly before it disappears. Next, we've got your storage, and we've got the small and the large of the die and stamp storage folders. I'm seeing the wisdom in this more and more day after day after day. I'm sure you are as well, as you get collections going together. So we've got both sizes on the show today. And actually, I've got both here just to show you the difference in the sizes as well. Because you might have your full A4 size stamps and dies, but then you've got your smaller one as well, and I think actually there's sort of merit in having both. And the great thing is, if you've got shelving, then they just easily slot into your shelving for storage as well. Really, really good. So the large one there, $17.99 or $22.45, which is really, really good. And of course, you've got the smaller one there as well, which is $14.99 or $13.49 or $13.45, which is really, really good. Now, we also have your quick dry ink pads on the show today as well. They are amazing. You want to go and have a look through all of the colours, because we've got a huge selection of colours while they are back in stock. Take advantage of them, because they are on 3 for 2. So no one stops at 1 with those. You just go for it and have a little flick through, get some of your favourite colours in there as well. They're really, really stunning, let me tell you. The quick dries are so, so vivid. $4.99 or $6.95 for one, but everyone's going to do that multi-buy, aren't they? Because it's 3 for 2, which is really, really good. Right, okay, we are ready to get started this Sunday afternoon then. I keep forgetting it's afternoon, Debbie, but it is. We are ready. What are we starting with?
Well, I'm going to mix a couple of little bits with the edge balls. One of my favourite edge balls are in this show today, and these sentiments. But can we just have a quick look again at these fabulous sentiments so that you can see?
Oh, yeah.
I've actually got mine in my ring binder, Derek. I've put them already in there. They're already nice and transportable. Not only that, nice and easy to get to, because a sentiment says everything we want, whether it be a focal part of your card, or whether it be just that sentiment that you want to add on to finish your card when you've got all your other lovely crafty stash. This is going to cover absolutely everything. And I'll tell you what I absolutely love about this collection, Derek. Can I tell you?
Yes,
Can I share with you?
Yes.
It's just take a look at these. Now you can see everything you need for your special friend is on that sheet. And you've got a lovely big font there. That could be a nice focal part. I love this swirl that they've got going off on those words. I love this funky one down here that's got a little bit of open as well as a silhouette one, which means you could take your pens and start to colour inside there. I love the fact that it's got friend you could use on its own, or special that you could put together with it, all in different ways that you can say it. And this goes on throughout the whole theme, and I absolutely love it. I just think when you want to add these details to your card, this is going to be the collection that you go to time and time and time again. And we've got, things that we use the whole time. What are the most cards that we make, Derek, in our crafting time is happy birthday cards. And this one's a great one, which is what I'm going to start with, Derek. Absolutely, I'm going to start with these two lovely ones here that you can see. I just think there's so many on there, Derek. It's so hard to choose.
I know.
And honestly, I just think they're absolutely fabulous. So like I said, you could go big, but you can go little as well. This is going to be the most useful set of sentiments that you own, and I can promise you, you get everything you need, all occasions covered, I knew that the guys, when they first showed me what we were doing with these, I'm like, yeah, this is right up my street. Absolutely it is.
Well, so, Debbie, just very, very quickly, you know, the first thing that came to my mind, and we talked about this morning, was, you know, and we do an awful lot of it here. We do a lot of Instagram and posting and whatever. And, you know, when you're wanting to say one word, it gives you different options as to how to say that word, and that's brilliant. And this is like your stamped version of that Instagram kind of choice. So you can go big, you can go small, you can go bold, you can go soft, you can go funny. It's brilliant. I mean, it's just so broad, Debbie, isn't it?
It is. This is what we were talking about earlier, weren't we, Derek? When we were having this cup of coffee. It made me a lovely cup of coffee as well. But literally, this is what we were talking about at the beginning. It's all those different styles of fonts in there that you can pick and choose depending on what you're making. If you've got like that lovely crafty fun embossing folder, Derek, you could add then a lovely fun quirkiness to it as well with this sentiment. I just think they're absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to bring in my bigger platform for this one. What I've actually done, Derek, is I've just taken a little strip because I'm going to actually use the edgeables on as well at the same time. But I want to show you how beautiful these stamp too. So they are a fabulous quality stamp that we've got. I'm just going to put that down. Now, you're probably wondering, why have you put that down over the top? Why did you put your stamp on there? But the reason I put my stamp on there, Derek, is so that I know where I'm going. You know, when you want to position something.
Yeah.
So now when I ink it up, I know that I'm going to get it how I want it. And I wanted it slightly on the wonk because it's got that lovely quirky element to this one. I'm using some quick dry inks as well, Derek. Did we have quick dry inks on the show?
We have.
It's almost like I planned it. It's almost like I planned it. I've got the Lagoon for this one. I love quick dry inks, and I'll tell you why I love quick dry inks, Derek. If you're a messy crafter, these are perfect. We're talking no smudging whatsoever. Let me just put that down, and the minute you pop that onto your cardstock, and this is why, Derek, I was talking to you about ink pads earlier, why these are a great one to have, is you lift off and you try and look, it ain't moving nowhere, and I can go as heavy as I want. But look at that beautiful font. That is a really gorgeous font.
It looks, from this distance already, it just looks completely handwritten with the most beautiful handwriting, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It really does look like that. And I just think all of them, no matter which one you go for, honestly, this is just going to cover everything that you need when it comes to your sentiments. Absolutely. Now I'm going to put that to one side for a second because I thought I'd bring in one of my favourites, my edgeable. Let me move that out of the way for a minute, Derek. I've got the butterfly lace one. Now, I love edgeables. If you caught the show with me and Joe yesterday, we had a little bit of a masterclass going off with our edgeables. Christmas and everyday ones. Go and check that out. But honestly, I love edgeables. I just love how versatile they are. We've got these on at a great price again today, Derek. And literally, what happens is you'll get your die and you'll see that it starts, the outside cutting line starts from this end. It runs all the way along the top and then stops again just at this very end. And you can see on the bottom, there is no solid cut line like there is up at the top here. And that's because this part stays connected into your cardstock, which means it's perfect for things like keeping onto the top of your card. Almost like we planned this one, Derek. I'm going to show you now how simple these are to use. Now, I've taken a piece of cardstock and I'll give you the measurements. The measurements are 7.5 inches by 7, and I've scored just a couple of little lines at 3.5 inches down here. And that's going to create me a nice little, almost like a little bit of a place setting. But what I'm going to do now is place my die onto the score lines. If you've noticed, I haven't taken the score line going across. That's because I don't want that to happen, Derek. I want the edgeable to sit along the top line. So I'm just going to bring in my Gemini plates and I'll get some tape. Now then, Derek, we were saying earlier, weren't we? We felt a bit cool already. Everything were all ready. We were all cool, raring to go. Yep. I haven't got my bits out. Oh. Just give me a second.
Oh, we said things were a bit too chilled, didn't we?
I know, and I thought it was going too well.
Well, don't worry. I'll share with you. Kathy on YouTube, she said, I've just cleaned out my walk-in closet. All of my boxes are on the top shelf of my closet now. No place for shoes now. And then she says, oh, who needs shoes? Just get more Crafters Companion subs boxes. They are my new obsession, I tell you what.
Ooh.
Yeah, they are nice boxes as well, aren't
they? They are indeed, but yes, well, who needs the shoe space? Who needs the shoe space? But honestly, what was that, Johnny? Oh, are we allowed to share that?
What
when
is
he
this?
said about on Thursday on Cartload.
Oh.
So then, what was that lovely lady's name with the shoes and the
It was Kathy.
Kathy, maybe come and join us on Thursday. Is it our Sarah? Big Sarah Cartload, 3 hours, 3, not 2, 3 hours. And I've been reliably informed there may be some boxes on that show at fabulous prices. So yes, tune in to the show on Thursday. Oh, I love a little bit of juicy gossip, like a little bit of sneaky peek, isn't it, Derek? It's like a little sneaky peek.
You know what we'll be doing as well as on Wednesday? You know what
What's
we'll be doing
that?
the day before?
Yes.
We'll be waiting for that little button to appear on the show schedule, which says, shop the show.
Does it go on the day before?
Sometimes it goes on the day before. I've been known to have a little raid through Sarah's Cartload before it's even been on. It feels so naughty, but it feels so right. And then you can just enjoy the show, can't you? That's the thing. You can just sit back and say, okay, what other goodies can you tempt me to? And you know Sarah's demos, you have to keep your eye on them because they come and they go so quickly. You've got to keep your eye on them. So it's good to have a little shop beforehand. Should I not be saying that? I don't know. Very naughty. I could be teaching you bad habits here.
Right, Derek. So now you can see when I fold over my fold lines, and let me just pop a bit of dark colour card underneath so you can see. Look how that works beautifully across there. That beautiful filigree detail literally just fell out of that die. It really did. And look at that. I've now got myself a little place setting. What I'm going to do though is I'm just going to clean my die. I'm going to just warn them now.
Oh, Debbie Robinson.
I tapped. I know.
Oh.
I know. I got told off yesterday for tapping.
Who else
on the
taps?
side.
I want to know. Let's
not
have
the
a
only
Sunday
one.
because it's Sunday. Like Debbie and I, we've done quite a lot of Sundays together, so we do have a bit of a Sunday confessional. So anything you need to confess to, like tapping your dies or anything like that, today's the day to do it, and we will absolve everyone of their any crafting sins. Won't we, Debbie?
We will indeed, Derek, we will. Now, I'm just running my edgeable through some Chura Pearl and also my little mini, because I want to show you that they actually will go through your mini machine as well if you're only going to use it as a strip. And this is exactly what I'm going to do this, Derek. I am literally just taking look at me, I'm being good now. Did you notice?
Yeah, all right.
Did all the tapping on the earlier one. Now I'm just literally, she says scooting it all on floor. But I'm just going to take that out to show you that will go through your mini and cut through absolutely perfectly as well. Just showing you how brilliant these dies are. There's so many ways that you can use them. I've just taken it as on the top of the card, but now I want to give it a little bit of a match with my Lagoon quick dry ink, and this was the closest one that I could get to. So all I'm going to do, in fact, I'm not going to clean all the rest of that out, Derek, because I've already got one ready. I'll just hold that there for a second. So eager, isn't he? I knew our lovely Adam. He's so eager. I've actually popped it and run it through my Xyron machine. So I've got one all ready to stick over the top.
Oh,
so
I can't wait until they're back in stock.
I know, everybody.
Who else would have their hand up first in line at 4 o'clock in the morning, camped outside for when the Xyrons are available again? I'm definitely, again, let me know in the comments in Facebook and in YouTube, how desperate are you to have a Xyron? Because almost every demonstration that I see, one way or the other, someone casually just says, I've just run those through my Xyron. It's like, oh, for heaven's sake, where's mine? I want one. How much do you want one as well? Because they're just an absolute dream. I just want to play and make stickers for everything, don't you? Let me know how desperate you are for a Xyron and how close to the front of the queue you will be for one of those when we can again. I hope it's soon, Debbie. Any gossip on that, by the way?
Do you know, I don't know, Derek. Honestly, I have no idea. I know it wouldn't be I don't think it'll be too far in the future before we get one
I
in.
hope not.
Now, I've just literally placed a ribbon just around the edge of my happy birthday, because when we're talking about it literally just covering what you want to say, Derek, look how we've got this covered with the edgeable, with the sentiment, and we've got, good to go, a very quick, simple, but a very effective card straight away. And I'm just thinking these styles are perfect for things like placemats, weddings or parties and things like that. But that's the edgeable part. However, main focus for me is these sentiments. These sentiments are perfect for all sorts of occasions. We're covering happy birthday on this one, and look at all those different fonts, Derek. There are so many that you can choose from. That's just one of a very many on that set, and I just think these are absolutely fabulous. You're going to use them time and time again. I absolutely promise you will.
Yeah, I mean, completely and utterly. They are just brilliant. They are great to have, and they are already massively, massively popular. I know a lot of you have got these when they launched on HSN as well. Listen, if you guys have been making with them, you know I want to see the cards, you know I want to see what you've done with them as well. Please do drop in any pictures you've got. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Have you been using them in your card making? Have you been using them in other ways? Maybe you've been using them for gift boxes, envelope boxes, you know, whatever. Let me know. Drop it into the comments or drop us a picture to our email address. Right, let me show you through the stamps again, because it's 8 massive, massive stamp collections here, and I love the way how with this one, for instance, with thank you, instead of always putting the whole sentiment together, they've separated out the thank and the you, so you can mix up your fonts between the thank and the you as well. 13 different ways to say thank you there, which I think is awesome, don't you? I mean, for the overall price of this, it's just really, really good, because remember, this is almost going to be like your encyclopedia of, you know, sentiments, and it may well be that you actually start designing your card on the basis of the sentiment. Do you know what I mean? You might start with one of those funky sentiments and think, right, I really, really love that one. That's nice and bold. It could be someone who's applying for a new job, off to university, whatever it might be. And you might be thinking, I'm going to start with a sentiment and then work from there. So that's the second of 8 stamp sets. Remember, Special Friend is really, really cool as well. I love this one because I just think it's so nicely put together. Imagine decorating that up with florals. You can put animals around that. You can put it in so many different contexts as well. And again, you notice how Special and Friends, they've been put in as individual stamps as well, rather than the full sentiment always being as one together. This one, I mean, your value for money there, look, 17 stamps on one set. I mean, there's no space to put another one, is there? Really, they couldn't get another one on that sheet, could they? Because that is the thinking of you. And again, this one really, really important, as we said before. Thinking of you is sometimes a somber, you know, commemorative sentiment, isn't it? But actually, this could be used very, very differently as well. You could be thinking of someone for so many different reasons, couldn't you? For very inspiring reasons as well. There's Just For You. Really, really, really lovely. Again, I love the fact that they've got one big sort of headline feature stamp, which is all there in one, and then you break it down into the smaller elements, and so it's not always, so Just For You isn't just always just for you. It could just be for you for a special day. Happy Birthday, of course, is always going to be the most popular because it's the one that we use most in card making. It is the most popular in terms of people buying the individuals as well and going for the multi-buy. Happy Birthday. What would you say is second? Oh, it's Anniversary. So it's Happy Birthday and Happy Anniversary that a lot of you are going for when you're picking your multi-buys on this one. And again, with this one, we're separating out. Some of the stamps are Happy Anniversary as one, and then you separate Happy and Anniversary out in lots and lots of different ways. I love the way this gorgeous handwriting style. We saw it on Debbie's demonstration there, the Happy Birthday. It just looked like the most neat, beautiful handwriting, didn't it? And then we've got your congratulations. And again, congratulations can be done in a very traditional way. This is kind of like a more traditional congratulations, but then you've got really bold, sort of capitalized, fun and funky ways of doing it. I think it's brilliant. I really, really do. It's like the Instagram of stamp collections for me, because you know when you're doing a post on Instagram and you want to say thank you, you write it into the gifts thing and then you go and select through all the different choices. This is really, really good. Now remember, with this bundle you get the 8 stamp sets, but you also get the quick dry ink pad as well, and this is the Twilight Grey. So the 8 sets of stamps, which are going to be like your encyclopedia. You'll always have them close at hand, I think, for when you're card making, and you've got your quick dry ink pad there as well. £90, $100. Think of what that does to your Club Inspire score as well, I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean? It could be getting you up the ladder to the next scale. Now we have got a multi-buy on these as well, so you can pick and choose, and it's really difficult to pick and choose. Lots of you going Happy Birthday and Happy Anniversary if you're going for a multi-buy, but you can buy just one set if you want to, $14.99 or $16.95. But again, you can, and I know it's like the website equivalent of what I'm doing here, trying to pick my 2 favourite. Yeah. But by the time you start choosing your multi-buys, I think you'll be up to 4 or 6 before you know it. Do you know what I mean? But the multi-buy is 2 for $25 or $28, which is really amazing. I love that. Now, Debbie's folders are proving very, very popular. I'm not surprised, Debbie, at all, because this is a lovely, lovely selection. And Debbie's got together a selection of your favourite 3D embossing folders. There's even a Sarah signature one in here, plus some 2 really, really fun and funky ones. So let me show you what we've got in the selection here. £25. Now, let me know, I mean, how much is a regular 3D embossing folder, roughly speaking? Are we talking...
$6.99.
Right, okay. Okay, which is very good value for money, isn't it?
Absolutely, it
when
is.
you think about it. Really, really good value for money. So you've got that one, which is your... Which one are you? You are... Where's your name? English Rose. You've got your English Rose. Difficult to see the detail, I know from there. And you've also got the Country Garden, which is a gorgeous floral, as you can see. Nice big folders, these ones. And then we've got a Sarah Signature Rose Gold. Debbie.
Absolutely.
How frivolous.
I know, but it's such a beautiful embossing folder, Derek. It really is, which is why I wanted the rose blooms included in this. Look at that. It's
gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful.
Really, really
I
lovely.
love a good embossing folder, Derek, because they just create some beautiful textures. Look at that gorgeous one there, that lovely lily one. And again, use your sentiments. So colour that in with your inks or with your pens, and then use one of your sentiments.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of gems, maybe a ribbon, and you've got a finished card instantly.
And if you've got your mirror and your matte mirror card, getting that into the embossing folder, honestly, you've never seen anything like it. It's beautiful. You've also got in this selection, this is a lovely background embossing folder. This gives you an instant background straight away. And there's loads of little notions and bits and pieces that you could actually emboss, and then you can snip out and, you know, highlight in cards as well. You know, you've got happy and love and glitter inspired, so you could emboss the whole thing and then fussy cut out elements you wanted for other cards. And Rick Rack, I think, is just one of the most universal and, you know, easy to use embossing folders. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 plus another 2 of the 3D embossing folders. I haven't got enough screen to show you everything you get in this collection. All 6 of those for just £25. So if the average price was £7, it'd be 7.14.21. So you wouldn't even really be paying for 4 of those, and you're actually getting 6. That's pretty good going, isn't it, for £25? And it's proving really, really popular. No surprise there whatsoever. Debbie's got an eye for these things, you know. When she puts a collection together, she's like, right, okay, I want a bit of this, a bit of that, and a bit of that from the top shelf as well, please. I'll go for a little bit of money and glamour while I'm there. I see your trick there, Debbie.
I was wondering where you were going with that top shelf comment then. I was like, what? What? Were you watching the show yesterday? But yeah, no, I love, anybody who knows me knows how passionate I am about embossing folders, and that's why I did get that deal together, because I just thought these are going to work perfectly with today's sentiments, because sentiments say everything you need it to say. You just need to design what you're going to make your card and things like that, which I'm going to do next if I can, Derek.
Fabulous, go for it, my love.
Absolutely. So I thought what I'll do is I'll use a box this time, and this one's from the Just For You collection, but can I just bring in again my lovely, and look how perfect they fit in here. Can I just say how perfect they fit in? I've got all my wallets all ready, everything to hand. It means that I can store these, I can pick this off, store them back on there straight away, and I know that they're ready to hand to use. Have it at the side of your craft desk. Pop your little label on the front so that you pop in there sentiments, and then you're good to go. It's got that lovely reinforced zip, and I've got every single one in here, Derek, and there's still plenty of space to put some more stamps in if I need to.
And like I said earlier, I think these are the stamps that you're going to keep closest when you're card making.
Absolutely.
Because you've always got so many options, haven't you?
Absolutely. Now I'm going to use Just For You, and again, look at the different choice of the fonts. I'm choosing this gorgeous big font here for this particular one, but look, you've got all the words separately if you need, so you can just do whatever scripts. You could mix. Do you know what I love about this one? You could mix your fonts up. So Just For You, you could go and literally have a play with them. You've got a real lovely choice, and again, it's that different style of fonts from your funky to your I mean, I love this one. This one's just right up my street. I absolutely love it. I love the way that the script is. But again, honestly, Derek, so usable, so usable. And I thought, do you know what else I'm going to use in this one, Derek? We were talking about these before the show. Do you remember? aqua tints.
Oh yes,
I
now
love
mine have just
I
arrived,
do.
so I'm looking for some advice on aqua tints
Oh, I
because mine
love
have
them.
just arrived.
Absolutely love me aqua tints. I'll show you a little technique that I'm going to do with it after I've done my little stamp one here. So I'm going to bring back in my stamping mats, and this time I'm on my 4x4 stamping platform. And again, these just stick straight on there. You don't have to do any squirting of any sprays or anything. You just pop them straight onto there. You see now, stuck there, ready to go. I'm going to bring in a different ink pad this time. I'm going to bring in one of my opaque ink pads. So I've gone for fuchsia, but using your quick dry means that you've got an instant image straight on there, Derek, and you don't have to worry about any smudging or anything like that. But I thought I'm going to do a little bit of heat bossing on this one, so that's why I brought in my pigment ink pad. I've taken a square that I've used from our nesting dies, so this is the stitched square. You've probably got loads in your stash, but you could just have a little play with these on any kind of cardstock. So I'm just going to push that right down. I've actually found the cup of glitter embossing from our lovely Leanne, and I found it the other day when I was looking for a
custom mix?
It is a mix. It's a mix of glitter and embossing powder all in one. So I'm just going to run that across, tap that back into there, give it a nice little tap off there. Better put it back down here though. I don't want to think that that's the cup of something nice. In fact, our Jan's going to be up later. She's coming up on the next show. So excited for her because it's her first show since March. But I better hide that. I don't want to thinking it's some kind of pop or anything like that I've left for her.
No.
Don't want to swig in any glittery embossing powder on her first day back. Right, so let's just pop the heat gun on and we'll watch it now heat set. And I've got that beautiful sentiment stamped out. And I'll just do it over there. Might be able to see that in a minute, Derek. Love this technique. One of my favourite techniques. But again, I'm just going to let that set, and then you can see it going now. Look how beautiful that is.
Magic to watch, isn't it? Just to let you know, by the way, if you're looking for a stamping platform, come and join Jan and myself this afternoon on Second Chart Sunday, because we've got the 4x4, the 6x6 and the 8x8 are all on the show later, which is brilliant.
Do you know what? The stamping platforms literally changed my life in stamping. Never a confident stamper before, but the stamping platform I absolutely love. It gives me precision stamping every single time. And you can see, look how gorgeous that font is, Derek.
Awesome.
Now it's all heat set as well, and it's got that lovely glitter on there as well, ready to go to pop onto my project. However, let's bring in the aqua tints. Can I make an apology now? I absolutely love the glitz and glamour. I almost feel a bit glitz and glamour like I'm matching this set today because it's pinks, purples and blues. Have we got the glitz and glamour? No!
Sold out.
Oh!
Sold out.
You're kidding me. I'm going to have to use it though.
Yeah, no, go for
I'm
it,
going to
Debbie.
have to use it. However, this technique you can do with any of them. I can't believe it's sold out. Perhaps that's my fault from last time because I did use them on my last demonstration last week because I love these, Derek. I absolutely love them. I'm just going to give my mat a little clean. Right, so what I'm going to do is I've brought in some watercolour cardstock. I've already made my box lid and box base using my Scoremaster, but I've got this already cut to size because I'm going to take the aqua tint straight onto there, she says with her mucky fingers. Debbie should really learn to clean her pots before she puts them away is the tip on this one. So don't do as I've done.
Oh, it's another one of those shows,
It's one of those shows,
Do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly, yeah. Because now I've got lovely little mucky pink fingerprints all over there. However, take your spritzer, take your cardstock, and this is what you're going to do, Derek. Now, I love aqua tints. They're a water-based product, which means you're going to have loads and loads of fun, lots of different techniques. We did some nice techniques last week, didn't we? Shaving foam and salt, but there's lots of things you can do. Now, I'm popping quite a bit of water, saturating my cardstock. I'm going to bring in my brushes. Derek, tell me the brushes are still on the show.
Yes, we have got a
Thank
lovely
goodness
bundle of
for
the
that.
Royal and Nan nickel. You're saving 10% on those, actually. And do you know what? It's less than £10 and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brushes. Nice, different, broad size range of brushes as well. So you'll find them if you're shopping the show, and the details at the bottom of your screen.
And look what I'm doing, Derek. I've taken one of my thinnest brushes. I've gone straight into my pot. There's no shaking or anything like that with this because the ink is ready there for you to use instantly.
Yep.
I'm dipping that brush in, and because I've actually popped the water on, it's now spreading the ink out. So I'm going to put a few more pinks down all the way. Oh, look at it. It's like, isn't it gorgeous?
Well,
what a lovely technique. So I'm just going to pop that there just for a second. I'm then going to bring in the other colours. So I'm going to go in with the blue one. But like I said, Derek, you could use any of the colours to get this technique. You really can.
Just going to let you know about the aquatints as well, because I'm glad that you're doing this today, Debbie, because mine literally, I think, arrived yesterday or Friday. So I've just opened them and I haven't even started. But I love this technique and this will be the first one I go for. So your aquatints are in selections of 3s. And they're actually on a buy one, get one half price right now. So one selection of 3, for instance, there's one called Afternoon Tea, there's Winter Warmers, there's Summertime, Metallics, all sorts in the collection. You can buy them individually and you get 3 different colours in each collection for $12.99 or $19.95. But go for a Bogger Hopu, which is buy one, get one half price, which is really, really good. And that means you can get a couple in your selection very, very easily. And it's really, really affordable. Actually, I was talking to a friend of mine about the price of our aquatint versus other inks that you can buy, similar inks that you can buy out on the in the open market kind of thing. And it's really amazing value for money because you get the little doodahs as well, don't you? You get the little pipettes.
You
Debbie,
do
as well.
indeed, absolutely. You get the pipettes as well. Now, I've just got all mine on there. I'm just going to bring back in my Spritzbus because afterwards you can go back in and you can manoeuvre it even more. Can you see?
Oh,
absolutely gorgeous. I love these. And now I've got myself a very, very striking, literally very striking scene there ready for my box lid. However, it just needs to dry, Derek. So can I just dry this off while you carry on reading a few more comments?
I love it. I think this is so funky. Again, if you've got your aquatints and you've done something similar, I'd love to see it. Just going back to the Xyron that we were talking about earlier, so many people, same as me, waiting to get their hands on a Xyron after keep hearing it talked about the whole time, which can turn any die cut or any element really into a sticker which you can stick directly onto your projects, which is absolutely brilliant. Jenny says, I am very desperate for a Xyron. I would not pay bills to buy one. Wow, that's extreme, isn't it? Katie, I want to say, don't try that at home out loud. Just, it's one of those things to say. Katie says, I would love a Xyron. I make a mess with the double-sided adhesive sheets. You know what? It just looks such a simpler way, doesn't it, of putting your sentiments and your die cuts on. Sonia says, in terms of the stamps that we've got on the show today, she says, I love being able to break up what I'm saying. So you can put as big a gap as you like between happy and birthday or happy and anniversary or special and friend and so on and so forth. I don't know what I was saying then. Angie on YouTube, she says, oh, I love the rose gold embossing folder that's part of Debbie's collection today. Absolutely loves it. I'd love to see what you've done with it, Angie, as well. Drop us in a picture. I'd love to see it. Mary says, because there's a different answer from whoever you ask here about this question, Mary, but I'll ask Debbie. How do you clean your stamps after using them on the stamping platform, Debbie?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no, you asked me. Oh.
Yes, there's a different answer for every person. Craig says something different. Sarah says something different. Leanne says something different. And your answer today is...
well, I don't clean them. I do clean. I'm dropping everything at the side of here. I do clean them, but I don't... I'll tell you what I do. There's plenty of things that are on the market, like you can see these stamp cleaners and things like that. I would be saying, don't waste your pennies. Don't waste your pennies. So either grab a biodegradable wipe, or a water wipe or something like that, just to clean them, or take some tissue paper and just put your tissue paper over the top. But I don't tend to clean them very much, which is why Debbie always gets mucky things on marks on there. But if you are going to clean them, probably a bit of water, a cloth that hasn't got a lint to it. Does that make sense, Derek?
Yes.
That hasn't got
you
a
don't
lint
want to leave
to it.
fluff behind, I
No,
guess.
you don't want to leave any fluffy bits behind there. And then just give it a wipe clean and either let it dry naturally or just dab it off with, again, another dry cloth. But that's if you do clean. And if you don't clean, welcome to Debbie's club, because that's what I do.
Do you know what? It's fine. Didn't we say earlier, Debbie, that Sunday's show, when we're together, it's all, we're all friends together, and it's a bit of a confessional as well. So if you've got any crafty confessions like Debbie's I don't clean my stamps headline shocker, then come and share them with us. What do you do? I mean, actually, as well, let's ask everyone who's a crafter out there right now. Do you do it thoroughly? Do you clean it? What do you clean with? What do you find works best? Or do you just carry on to the next project? We have got your. Do I need to show you? I'll show you these now, shall I? Why not? I've got them in my hands. I may as well. Honestly, this is not my show, it's Debbie's show. We've got the large storage folder, which is brilliant for your stamps and your dies. These are really, really good to have because you can get so many stamps and dies into them. You can see we put some in on the pages there, but it's just a good way of keeping everything together. It's really, really good. So we've got the large one there, which is $17.99. We do also have the smaller one as well. Debbie's actually got the smaller one full of all the stamps from today. This one seems to be full of quite a lot as well, actually. Oh, look. So this shows you, look, this is really, really good. This is Sarah's, actually. So Sarah, she keeps her stamps on one side and she has some magnetic sheets to keep the dies on the other side as well. So just the folder, and you can buy the inserts as well, very, very easily. But the folder on its own, £13.49. $13.45, which I think is really, really good. And all of this big collection is in your smaller one, Debbie, isn't it? And lots more will still go in there.
Absolutely, and I've just put mine back in there so you can see now, back on the carrier sheet, ready to go, ready to use again. So, and look, there you go. Now you can see why Debbie doesn't clean her stamps. You can see just there. Whoops.
Like a rainbow in there.
Yes, well,
anyway, where were we?
So where we're at, Derek, I've actually just popped it together now. Well, I said popped it together. I've dried that off. Can you see how gorgeous that looks? Oh, Adam, what are you like? Right, let's keep it there. Let's keep it there. Can you see how gorgeous that is? It's almost, what's that word? That it's like galactic.
Yes, galactic. It is.
I know.
It's a little bit tie-dye as well as it. I'd love that on the front of a t-shirt, actually.
Absolutely, wouldn't that look fabulous? But it's all there, ready now for me to put my box lid together. So let us put my box base. Oh, they're chelping at me and Mia that I should be following him, not the other way around.
Debbie?
Well, I thought you said, Derek, it was my show. It's Debbie's show.
Absolutely your show, Debbie. I'll just tell you what other people, people that do clean their stamps, what they do clean them with.
Oh, go on then.
Suzette on YouTube, she just uses water. See, water, you just have to go to the tap, Debbie.
Oh,
you can clean your stamps. And she uses a microfiber cloth.
Yes.
Cloth or baby wax. Yeah, microfiber is the best one because they don't leave fluff behind.
They don't leave any fluff at all behind, yeah.
Diana runs it under the faucet and she washes it completely. What's a faucet?
What's a faucet?
What's a faucet? Isn't that the faucet? Is it tap?
Oh, is that a tap?
Sorry, we don't know what. You know how you call baubles Christmas decorations and we call them baubles. I don't know what our faucet word is. Does that mean tap? Christine says, water in a spray bottle, like you've already got over there to make the background, Debbie. Spray it over the stamp and wipe it with the microfiber cloth while it's on the platform, Debbie, before you even take it off the platform.
Oh, what a fabulous idea. Do you know, I love that idea
Will you
as well.
adopt it?
That's it. Does that mean I'd have to do it, though, now?
No.
Oh, dearie me. Hey, do you know what we could do, though, with our spritzers? When you mentioned the spritzer,
yeah,
you could actually pop a couple of drops with your pipette into there and fill it up with some water if you want, or keep it nice and neat. But do you know what that also does? Shall we do it?
Yeah, go on.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We do the spritzers as well, Johnny, yes?
We do,
oh, okay.
yes.
So I was just asking producer Johnny that we can get the spritzers as well, because I hadn't seen them. So what do we call? Johnny's going to check the stock and then he'll tell us how to find them on the website. Because definitely. Another one to my list. Sorry, it's not about me, it's Debbie's show. Back to Debbie.
So, Derek, what I'm just going to do is I've used a pipette. Now, I've got a bigger pipette. They're a little bit smaller, but just drop, not chop, drop a couple of pieces, a couple of bits of ink in there. Oh, what's wrong with me today? And then you're going to fill that up with some water. Now, I have got some water here. Let me just clean that out a bit. Doesn't matter that it's a bit purple. Let me just pop some water in there.
It's not clear water. I knew
no,
it wouldn't
it's
be.
not clear water because Debbie's had. You could leave it though, nice and neat. Don't dilute it down.
Yeah.
But you get quite a lot in there. Now I've got a purple spritzer and it's ready to go, and I've barely touched any ink. There is it 4 times more ink in the pot than there is in the pen. So absolutely worth doing this. Now I'm just going to grab some spare card, Derek. Pop that down.
Just quickly, Debbie, would you do me an A to Z of what I can spray my aqua tints onto paper-wise?
So stamping card, which is what I've got here. Watercolour cardstock, absolutely perfect because it's a water-based product for on the watercolour card as well. But literally, you could, Johnny's telling us that the spritz the bottles are out of stock. Deary me, Brett,
that's no good.
Wait for him to come back in. What is it you do? You pop in your details, wish list, pop it onto there. You can do. And for now, you could just use like an empty spray bottle or something like that you could do it with. But what it enables you, Derek, and talking of paper and cardstock, anything there like stamping card or watercolour cardstock would look lovely on. You can do it on vellum, but you're going to have to let it dry naturally. Things like a coated one, though, no. Uncoated cardstock, absolutely. But literally, you
Debbie,
just spray that.
Would you just show camera one your thumb?
Oh no, why?
Look. Oh, both of them. Oh my word.
Shall I go there? Shall I go there?
Well, they're almost disguised by your
well,
brows.
I know, it's almost camouflaged into my top. Do you know what? The thing is, you got to get inky.
Of course you have,
Got to get inky. And it's my own fault because the reason I'm more inky than I should be is because I didn't clean my bottles previously. It's my own fault. But look at that now. You can see, you can keep spritzing that and spritz loads on and you've got a really lovely, with only a little tiny fraction out of there.
That's
and you could
so
add different
awesome.
colours. And now I've got a lovely background ready to guess what, Derek? Stamp on.
Yay.
Now I need a minute to clean up before I start
that's
putting
all right.
everything
That's
together.
fine. That's fine. So she doesn't clean her stamp. She doesn't clean her spritzer bottle. The spritzer bottle is out of stock at the moment. What's it called, Johnny, on the website? Spray Mister, it's called on the website. So if you search for it on the website, you know how this works, don't you? You can add it to your wish list. So you drop us your email, and when it comes back in stock, we just drop you an email and say it's back, and then you can grab it first as soon as it comes back into stock. Lots of people telling me thank you. I must get my stateside isms. I must get those into my head. So a faucet is a tap. Right, got it now. Tall Chicky 8 on YouTube, she says, I do clean my stamps too, though probably not as good as I should. Can I make a confessional? It's not about me, I know, but the first couple of stamps I did, one, I didn't have any kitchen paper up in the place where I was crafting, and two, didn't have anything wet other than ink, really. So once I'd stamped, I actually wiped it on my trousers. They were loungy pants, so it was fine. Anyway, Debbie.
Right, so what I've just done, Derek, is I've taken one of my nesting squares. I've done a little bit of a black mat there, and I'm just going to try and find, there we go. I've got a nice couple of pads that I'm just going to put onto the back and lift that off my box. Absolutely fabulous. There we go. You could use your 3D Collaglo for this though, Derek. Have you noticed that I'm using foam pads?
Oh my word.
I know,
now
I've changed woman from yesterday.
Is this because Craig sneaked off to Scotland for 10 days? You think he won't notice?
He won't notice.
He
won't notice.
He will.
He won't.
He'll have counted all the foam pads before he's gone away.
But there we go. Now I've got a lovely gift box already using those aqua tints. And again, that beautiful sentiment just for you, Derek.
Thank you, my darling. That's wonderful. What will be inside it when she gives it to me, I wonder. Probably some dirty stamps to clean. Who knows? Who knows? Or an old purple spritz bottle. Who knows? I'm going to have to put myself on the wish list for that as well. Right, let's talk to you about these sentiment stamps because they're so popular. Lots of you going for the full collection, lots of you going for them individually as well. So let's have a little bit of a closer look, shall we, at what we've got. We're actually going to bring them up individually one by one. So if you want to buy the stamp sets individually on their own, remember there are two ways. So you can do individually, we'll go through all of those now, or you can do a multi-buy two for $25 or $28. So thank you, first of all. And I think this is a really lovely one. Again, look at all the different styles of font you've got there. I know you can't see that one too clearly, but it's so funky and it's so gorgeous. You've got more that are more sort of calligraphized. You've also got ones that are very sort of true and tall, which I really love. So that is your thank you set, which is really nice. And notice as well, and lots of people have been saying in the comments, it's quite nice actually with a thank you sentiment that you've got some versions where the thank you is together And you've got some where you can split the thank and the you out. So you can leave bigger spaces, you can move them to the left and the right. You can be a little bit more creative with where they go as well, which I think is really, really good. So that is the thank you one, $14.99 or $16.95. Don't forget the multi-buy, which is 2 for $25 or $28. We'll move on to good luck. And good luck, I mean, again, so many different reasons to have a good luck sentiment as well. This is, again, is brilliant because you've got the good and the luck are separated out in different ways as well. Plus you've got those where it all comes together. I love this one because this one almost has a little bit of a horseshoe incorporated into it as well in the U, which is really, really good. So it helps you with the theming of your cards as well, which I think is really, really good. So that's good luck. Let's move on to special friend. Again, special friend, we've almost given you, extra value in this one as well by separating out special and friend, because special could go with birthday, special could go with anniversary, special could go with thinking of you. It could be going with anything, couldn't it? It's really, really good, isn't it? I love it. I love also that some of the fonts, I mean, you've got almost like, if I just take these away for a second, on this set, can you see down at the bottom here, you've almost got like a typed one. It's almost like a typeface one, which I think is really, really cool. Some are like handwriting, some like this one is like a really funky font. I mean, just imagine there's a stamp set that a stamp and die set that we do, which is like a garden gate, and I can just see this working just beautifully with that. I think it's amazing. So we'll move on from special friend to thinking of you. Now, again, as we keep saying before, thinking of you is often a reflective sentiment, isn't it? But again, because you have the you, which is separated out so many times here, and even thinking, thinking can be used in lots and lots of different ways. You could be thinking of someone for so many different ways. It could be thinking of you on your birthday, on your anniversary, thinking of you special friend, just think about how you can mix and match all of these together. So $14.99 or $16.95. Don't forget it's the multi-buy that everyone's going for, which is 2 for $25 or $28. Then we've got just for you. Now again, just for you on your special birthday, just thinking of you. You've got lots and lots of different ways because the words are all separated out. This is why I think it will become like your encyclopedia, which is why I think, Debbie loaded them up into the folder there, and then they become your reference library, if you like, of sentiments. So sometimes, stamp sets, they miss key words, and there's just one key word that you think, oh, if only that word was somewhere. It's going to be covered somewhere in these sentiments one way or another, isn't it? So that's the just for you. Then we've got the most popular, of course, whenever you put happy birthday into a collection like this, it's going to go straight to #1 in the charts. It's no two ways about it because birthday is the primary card making sentiment, isn't it? If you think about it. But again, you've got lots and lots of different ways that you can use that one. I love this one. This is the one that Debbie used earlier. It's like the most beautiful handwriting. I mean, if you're trying to write by hand, happy birthday, if you're like me, I can spell perfectly well until it comes to actually writing inside a card, like a message to someone. And it can be something as simple as the word birthday, and you put 2 R's in it, or you forget the H or something like that, and you think, I've ruined that card completely. So there's happy birthday. Second most popular in terms of multi-buying is happy anniversary. And I think anniversaries are something that we're going to be celebrating more and more and more actually now as time goes on. A lot of people do actually sort of wait for key anniversaries, but actually I think it could be the anniversary of, it was a year ago that we started living together. I know lots and lots of people actually, and I feel like I hear this story all the time. Lots and lots of people got together or have significant dates, which might not necessarily be the date we got together or the date we got married or whatever. But do you remember this was the date that we moved in together because of lockdown. Lots of people moved in together because of lockdown. I've heard that story over and over and over again. People decided, right, okay, lockdown brought people together who, otherwise would have just carried on. And now they're together. So it might be the anniversary of something like that. I think we're going to find things like that more significant as time goes on, which is brilliant. Now, let's go to the whole collection because you can have all 8 sets of the stamps and an ink pad for £90 or $100. And that gives you, I'll run you through these again. So all 8 of the stamp sets. So thank you and good luck and special friend and thinking of you and just for you and happy birthday. and happy anniversary and a quick dry ink pad there as well, which is the Twilight Grey. All of that for £90 or $100, which I think is really, really good. And lots of people are going for the whole collection. Now, let's see some different ways that this stamp set is used, because our design team, as you know, are absolutely incredible, and they come up with some brilliant, brilliant ideas. And Debbie, you've got a few of them together, haven't you?
Oh, I have. So you can see some beautiful sample. Oh, actually, you can't see them. Derek, let me fetch them a bit closer so you can see them. Some really beautiful. Look at that font. Can I hold that there so you can see that amazing font, that good look font there? And again, on your special card, I mean, that's just some papers on a Z-fold card, but look how fabulous that actually looks.
Awesome.
Just by using that sentiment on its own. I love this one. This one's fabulous because you could take those mix and match sentiments there of the just for you and then use that funky one in the background. Look how fabulous that one looks, Derek. Again, just thinking a little bit outside the box, how you could use them, make your own background papers with your inks or your aqua tints. Again, really fabulous. Shall I show you some more? I'll show you some more that are on here because these are beautiful. How about stamping onto some vellum? Now look how gorgeous that is, using 3 different types of the font on there, and again, really, really fabulous. There are lots of ways you can use them, and I'm going to show you some of these amazing ones that the design team have done. Again, look at this one. So again, this one here has been used with the inks. Do you know I've just done that spray technique, Derek?
Yeah.
With the spritzer. That's what this is. That background has been spritzed, and then just add that special friend and a couple of lovely little elements like your butterflies and you're good to go. How about keeping it really simple? And I mean, look how beautiful that looks just with that font there. So I'm going to keep on bringing you, look, I mean, again, choose your papers, choose some of your dies that you've got in your stash. These sentiments are going to cover every single occasion, and this is just one of the fonts that are on those stamp sets. I love this one that Leslie's done. I love the idea of using that and repeating that in different colours there, and just then taking things like your papers, adding some bows and a few sentiments on there, your flowers, whatever it is you want to add. But again, look at this. These are all different ways that you can use these. And I'm just going to keep on flicking because I want you to see, even keeping it really simple, but by just using one of those sentiments. Oh, look, one of my embossing folders there, Derek. One of the embossing folders. But you can keep them really simple. Think of all your things that you have in your crafty stash, and it just needs that little finish with a sentiment. We are talking, we've got you covered. Love this one because that's using that edgeable as well that we've got on the show, and then doing a little bit of heat embossing with some gold embossing powder. Again, different styles of cards that you can use. Honestly, it goes on and it goes on. And it goes on and on and on, Derek.
Wowzers.
Let me just show you. We have got loads that we are covering. Honestly, they're
so
just
cool.
Fabulous. They really, really are.
I've got to show you something. What am I like for a change? I've missed on the individuals and in the bundle. I've missed one stamp set, didn't I? Which was congratulations. I didn't show you either time. Sorry, it is in the big bundle for £90 or $100. It is available individually and part of the multi-buy as well. My apologies. I forgot. I just suddenly looked to my left and thought, oh, you've missed one, Derek. What are you like? So here is congratulations. Again, you've got that as one single word, as a big statement sentiment or something smaller. It could be, you know, congratulations on many things. It could be congratulations on a new arrival. It could be an achievement. It could be a new job. It could be emigrating. It could be new home. So many different things. Plus all of the other stamp sets. It goes with the other stamp sets as well, doesn't it? So congratulations on your birthday, congratulations on a happy anniversary, etc, etc, etc. So many different opportunities. Now, lots of you are going for the multi-buys. I'm not surprised at all. Happy anniversary and happy birthday, the two most popular right now, just so that you know. Right, okay, so Debbie, what have you got planned for us next?
Well, I'm going to use, and this is what I'm going to do, make a nice little easel card using the special friend and also the thanks cut and emboss folder. However, Derek, I might need you to go and look for it because I might have put it down somewhere over there.
Oh, the cut and emboss?
The cut and emboss folder. Don't ask me what I've done with this embossing folder, but if you could go and find that for me, that'd be amazing.
I got it.
And I'm going to use some aqua tints in this as well, and a little bit different on how you can use these. These are fabulous. So with that said, let's just start. Oh, that is so kind.
You can have mine, sweetie
so
pops.
Kind. Thank you very much. But yeah, we're going to use this special friend. So let me just go back into into this so you can see these brilliant sentiments. And again, look how fabulous they are. Real big feature there, that lovely font. You can use them separately, how you want to use them. I love this one's one of my favorites. I absolutely love this font on this special friend. But again, you could mix and you could match, so you could use a lovely script on there and then a very straightforward friend. Absolutely brilliant idea that we've separated them, put a couple together but separated them so that you can do that mix and match. That's what it's all about. That's why they're called the mix and match sentiments, because that's exactly what you're going to be able to do with them. Now I'm going to use this gorgeous big one here. I'm going to use our quick dry inks again because we've got them on the show. Why not, Derek? Why not? So I'm going to place that onto my stamping mats. Let me just bring stamping platform. Let me bring my stamping mat in for a second, my rather much loved one. And I think I'll take my smaller piece. Let's just grab this and I'll use that for my background with my aqua tints in a moment. So I'm going to bring in quick dry ink pad, and this is the crushed velvet. So all I'm going to do is stamp over there. I love the idea that we've got these on the show as well. 3 for 2. That means you can go and pick. Oh, Derek, that means you could have a colour family.
Yeah.
For a tenner.
Absolutely.
3 for 2, 3 for 2. Would it
They're
be
really good.
Couple of pence off £10?
Can I just give you a warning though, because there is a spring meadow there, which I think is almost down to single figures in its availability as well. The colours disappear so quickly.
They do.
But we've got a really nice, lovely selection. That lagoon that you had earlier, that's in there. The green topaz, the pumice. You've got the crushed velvet is in there, Chinese red, lemon tonic, all the ones that we use on the demonstrations all the time, they are in there. So do grab them quickly. They're on a 3 for 2. And just another quick thing, Debbie, just a couple of people noticed in the samples there, the word sympathy, and they were asking whether there was a set for that. There isn't. There may well be another stamp set which has sympathy on it, but it's not in any of this particular collection. A couple of people asking as well, not having the happy anniversary, good luck and special friend, will they be on the auto ship on HSN? So I'm asking the question for that because a couple of you have asked about the ones that we haven't seen on HSN, whether they're going as part of the auto ship. So I will find out for you. And Diana even is saying thanks to the design team, because there were some amazing cards in that selection, Debbie.
Absolutely, they really are a fabulous design team. We had one of the design team members as a guest on the Craft House yesterday.
Lovely Linda, I'm sorry I missed that.
Yes, it was. Now, I've got my special friend all stamped out. Look, you can see there already. There we go. So I'm just going to place that to one side, because what I'm going to now do is use the aqua tints again. I make no apologies because I have been using the purple one. However, you could use any colour that we have in this. Now, I'm going to actually bring in, if I may, just for a second, I'm going to bring in one of our ink dabbers. Do we have any on the show today, producer Johnny?
They might be on later in the day. They're on the website. But
are they on with our Jan?
They might be on Second Chance Sunday, but either way you'll find... Yeah, they are.
Yeah, absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to bring in a bit of glycerin, because another thing about the aqua tints is that you can do lots of other things with them as well. So obviously it's an ink that you can paint with and you can stamp with if you want to as well. But you can also use with an added bit of glycerin. And I'm just going to drop. Normally I have a little tiny bottle that I put some into. But glycerin is something that you can find in chemists and things like that. Very cheap it is. It's only like £1.50 for a bottle, if that. But it just means now when I put my ink dabber into there, I can pop that down and I can actually drop a little bit of ink onto my let me get this right, glass mat. So I'm just going to pop a little bit onto there. Let me just pop that there for a second, and then I'm just going to take my ink now, rub that in, and then going across, I can now give myself an ink that moves, apart from when you've got mucky fingers, Debbie, and you've not washed your hands. But you literally can just smooth that out using that bit of glycerin, and it literally, I'm going to try to be careful because I'm knocking my table and I can feel everything coming off at the moment. But look, can you see now how it spreads that ink using your ink dabber, using a bit of glycerin as well. And if it starts to dry, so when I say starts to dry, when you can hear it squeaking a little bit onto the mat, onto your paper, sorry, that's when you just need to add a little bit more either ink or glycerin. So I'm going to try it with ink first. Soak up my pad so you can see I'm now got all the ink on there, and then take that back round. Yep, I think I need a little bit more glycerin. So again, let's just pop a little bit down onto there.
Where do you get glycerin from?
Chemists.
Do you?
Yeah, so you can buy it chemists. It's not the food stuff, it's the glycerin. Do you know, like you can use for if you've got sore throats and things like that. People, yeah, so literally you just pick that all up, pop that over. Could you imagine I won't drink that for a sore throat, let me tell you. But literally just take that up and build up your colour now. Now I'm using the purple, and I know we haven't got the... Did you hear Johnny?
Yes, producer Johnny just said that we should probably point out that Debbie is not a trained medical professional.
No.
And please don't try this at home. Don't listen to any of her homebrew ideas or home remedies. Just ignore them completely.
Oh dear. So literally now though, do you know what that's done? It's created myself a beautiful background there. And again, because they're water-based, do you know what else you can do, Derek?
Yeah.
Take your brush. Now I've got all that beautiful, I mean, that's instead of using, do you know, your ink pads. That's another way that you can do it. But again, because it's a water-based product, we can do things like our faux bleaching technique as well. And I think these are really, it's handy to know that you can do lots of things with these ink pads. This is just a couple of ways that you can use these. Again, let that soak into there, Derek. Take a piece of tissue, lift that off, and there you go. You can see it's lifted and created that beautiful effect really, really easily, and with the minimum amount of ink used. Absolutely think these are fabulous. They really are, Derek. So that's
genius.
my background already.
I love that. Do you know what? If you told anybody that they didn't really know anything or didn't know anything about card making whatsoever, and you said, "How do you think I did that?" They'd have said, "Well, you went out and bought it."
Yeah.
Wouldn't they?
Absolutely they would.
And if you said to them, well, actually, what I did was spot, 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 off with the kitchen paper, they'd be like, oh, that's magic.
It is
Everyone
magic.
would want to know how to do it, wouldn't they?
Absolutely they would. Now we're going to use, I've already got another piece there, so I'm just going to give that a nice little splash. I'm going to put that to one side for a second, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the cut and emboss folder. Now I love these. So these are our cut and emboss folders that have got, actually they've got quite a sentiment on there as well. However, mix and match your sentiments using these and you can create some really nice effects. So I'm going to pop this in now that I've actually made already. I'm going to pop it in. Now this is, you've got embossing on one side and you have metal dies on the other. Now this is the raised part, and you can run your finger across, you'll feel it raised up there. And then the metal die cuts into your cardstock. This is going to push through your cardstock. This side is going to cut through the other side. Does that make sense, Derek?
Yes.
Or did that sound back to front?
Well, let's watch it.
Yes.
And then it'll all become clear. I think it's one of those things, it's almost like a magic trick, and you think, if you explain it in words, you think, oh, I don't know. But then when you see it, you're like, oh, I see now.
So I'll tell you why, thinking about the raised side, pushing up into your cardstock. And because I've got purple, I want it to be raised into the purple. It wouldn't matter too much if it was the other way around. However, because I've made this beautiful background, I want it to really show that off. So again, I'm just going to fold that up. And if you think about it now, the metal is going to cut into the coloured cardstock. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Because
completely.
on this side, it's white. So if I put it that way, it's just going to cut into the white. And it's just going to bring the raised onto the white side. However, that's not what I want. I want it to be this way. So pop your coloured onto this side where you can see it. You will know that it'll push through the embossing folder and the die will cut through. I hope that made it sound a bit more clearer than what it sounded when I did it in my head.
Completely. I'm with you now. I'm going to end up with... Oh no, I'm going to end up with the letters this time, aren't I? Because last time Craig demonstrated this last weekend, this particular cut and emboss folder, I got the waist, he used the letters, but it's going to be the other way around for you, isn't it?
Oh, I missed that show, Derek. What did you do? You kept the letters and he had the... Wait a minute.
No, he kept the letters and I had the waist.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't the waist really, it was...
There's no such thing as waste. There is no such thing as waste in this. Now, if I just move that off for a second and I'll bring this up. Let me move my other plate. Let's put that there. And then when you open that up, you'll see now that that has cut through. Oh, and do you know what? I'm not going to throw those away because it cleans out. I mean, look how fabulous that embossing detail is. And it's also left me now with all the words that I can reuse. So I've got me thanks that I can reuse again on another project. So there's no such thing as waste with these. These are fabulous.
No, he did give me the embossed actually. No, because he'd already had one prepared. That's right. So he stopped at that stage and then gave me the thanks. That's what it was.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. So
That's
cool though. It's really, really nice. And when you think how easy that background was to put together, Debbie.
That background, yeah. And I mean the glycerin the glycerin, what it does, it just means that you only need to use a tiny amount of ink to spread out. It just spreads it evenly as well. It gives it a real nice finish. Now I will just say, don't think that that's any cardstock in there. For the people that are just watching this for the very first time, this is actually sponge that releases the die cut. So don't be trying to poke that out as a lovely lady once did. And I'll not mention her name, but she come into the shop and she actually thought that they were paper stuck in. So she took a pokey tool and picked all of this out. Hadn't realised it was sponge. And what it actually does is just it forces the die out because this is an embossing folder. It's an embossing folder with a cutting facility to it. And it just releases it because normally on a die, you have a release hole in the background so that you can push out those. But you don't need that with this because that's what that sponge does. It releases the die cut. Right, so let me just pop that back to one side for a second and then let's bring our card blank in and we'll get cracking in putting this together, Derek. Let's get this cracking. Now I'm just going to move those up there for a minute. Now I'm going to use it as an embossing folder. I can see Derek moving in the background. What is he doing?
I'm just playing with my monitor. It's all fine.
Bless you. So what I'm going to do now is I've taken a piece of cardstock. This is measuring at 7.5 by 5.5 because my embossing folder is 5 by 7, but the front of my card I want to be a 5 by 7 as well with all my matting and layering. So I've taken a score line and just folded that in half to create my easel. I've actually brought in as well a matching size in the 5.5 by 7.5 because this now is going to create my easel. So I'm just going to bring in my tape pen and I'm just going to pop this onto the base. I don't want it all the way along the top, I just want it on that bottom base. I'm going to just hold that into place over there and that now has created my easel card and the base there. So if I just hold that up for a second, you can see now I've got my easel card already. So I'm just going to pop on using some of our not 3D, Debbie, this is all purpose.
So used to picking that up, aren't you?
I am, yes I am. And do you know, last couple of days I've barely used it. I'm trying to not be reformed, but just try and mix it up a little bit. There we go.
You're in chunky glue rehab.
Absolutely. Now I've taken my other piece, Derek. Let me just wipe off my excess water. Added a few little gems on there, and I'm just going to bring back in again.
Debbie, just got somebody asking about. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, it's all right. No.
Right the way in the middle of a sentence there. What were you about to say? Sorry.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. You ask away, Derek.
Well, Kathy just wanted to know. What does the glycerin actually do and does it take longer to dry? No. So when you use glycerin, you only need a tiny, tiny drop. And all you're going to do is just, all it does is just saturates your brush. Brush? That's not a brush. That's an ink pad, blending tool. You just need to get that in and work that into your, so use your glass mat or your craft mat, pop it into there and just work that glycerin into there and then take it into your ink and then smooth it on. Now, if you see like a puddle, and when I say a puddle, like a wet puddle, that means you've probably put too much glycerin down. So only a tiny drop of glycerin is what you need. And then all that does is it spreads the ink around quite evenly and it really does make a lovely feature for the inks. You know you've got a lot of ink in this pot, but it just gives it gives it that longevity. Does that make sense? Because you're only taking the tiniest amount of ink, but you're creating a really big background there with a very minimum amount of product. So it's almost like a lubricant then, in a way, because it's just spreading what you've got, keeping the colour you've got, but it's just spreading it out further and means it's going, it's actually, it's kind of, extending the coverage of your of your area, your inking area. I wonder if it works for house paint. You know, like you could paint 4 walls instead of 2 with 1 pot. Let's not try that either. Let's stick to the card making, Debbie.
Now, I've just literally snipped off a little portion of my thanks. So I'm going to do it, and I've actually popped a little piece of black matte cardstock behind it to make it stand out a little bit more. So I'm just going to run that across. Now, I'll take my big glue. Oh, is it? Oh, do you know, I thought then, Derek, I thought it were going to curse me again.
Oh, no.
I thought I'm running out again, but there we go. So all I'm going to do is place that to act as a mat behind, and that makes that word really, really pop out. And that's going to act as well also as my stopper. So I'm just going to put some, look at me go, foam pads again, Derek, foam pads again.
Blimey.
I know,
Honestly.
I'm a changed woman, I'm a changed woman.
Craig's off to foam pad rehab in Scotland for 10 days. You're in a chunky glue rehab. I don't know what's happening to you. I don't recognise you people anymore. I'm just going to answer the question, by the way, about the HSN auto ship. So the Sympathy was in the HSN bundle, and the other sets that you haven't seen, which is Good Luck, Happy Anniversary and Congratulations, are going to be on the auto ship for HSN. If you look in the August booklet, which we've got a link on in the comments on Facebook and on YouTube, we've actually put the link to the August booklet in there, so you'll see what's coming on the HSN auto ship. So that should solve all the mysteries that we've got so far.
Absolutely. Now, I'm just going to bring in now some more glue. And, oh, Derek, look at me. I've dropped my glycerin. I've dropped my mat in my glycerin. Just bear with me a minute while I get that up, soak that all up.
Oh, have you got a puddle?
I had a puddle. Yes, I had a puddle, which is why I would probably decanter it into a small little tub just to make it a bit easier. Do you know what? I'm feeling like I've not been giving it any love today.
Oh, here it is.
So here we go.
Oh, Debbie's back, everyone. Debbie's back. It's only taken an hour and 20 minutes, but she's back.
So all I'm going to do now is literally just pop at the back. I'm going to pop some, what's the word that Sarah uses? Globules. No, not globules.
No, don't try. No.
Globules.
Choose your own word, Debbie, I would say.
No.
Blobs.
Blobs.
Go with
Blobs of glue. And I'm just going to centralise that into the front of my easel. And there we go. And that lifts that off as well. It takes a little bit, about a couple of hours to dry properly. But there you go, Derek. So we've got special friend and thanks all in that one card there. Let me just make sure I've got that nice and straight because I can see it on the wonk there. But using a couple of the items, so that's the beautiful cut and emboss folder, using with the mix and match sentiments as well. And that's just one of the fonts that's in that collection. I just think they're absolutely fabulous.
It's really cool. It's lovely, isn't it? How you can use things like the cut and emboss folders. You might already have the cut and emboss folders and you're thinking, oh yeah, I remember getting those. Like, I need to get them out and use them. Well, actually, maybe this stamp set will lead you to the use of those as well. And actually, even just seeing and playing with what they can do with those backgrounds that Debbie was doing earlier. Absolutely brilliant. So let's go through, because it's really, really busy. So if you've just joined us or you were a little bit late, let's run through everything that's in the show. First of all, we've got the full collection of this big mix and match sentiment collection. So remember, this is 8 sets of gorgeous stamps there. You've got thank you, good luck, special friend, thinking of you, just for you, happy birthday, happy anniversary, and congratulations, plus the Harmony Quick Dry Twilight Grey ink pad. You need to see those stamp sets up close and personal, so make sure when you're shopping the show you have a good look at them, because actually things like thank you separated out into the thank and then you, so you can put as much space between them as you like. Some of the sentiments, like just for you, will be the words all together. Some will be the words completely and utterly different fonts, and you can put as much space between them as you like. And I think that's what's proving so popular with this collection as well, the versatility of it. £90, $100 for that one, which is really good. Don't forget, you can buy them individually, and there's a multi-buy, 2 for $25 or $28. Now, we've also got the lace edgeables in the show today as well. So the full collection. I love this bundle because it's a bundle of 6, but it's like you're only really paying for 4, which I think is really good. Butterfly lace, which we saw earlier with Debbie, Venetian scrolls, Edwardian rose, traditional lace, ornate henna, and heartfelt wishes. On your bundle price today, you're saving over 30%, so pretty much a third. £39.96, $55.80. We've also got those cut and emboss folders. These are so cool. If you don't have them in your collection so far, we've just seen an amazing demonstration with the thanks there. But you've got, I mean, just these are all so cool. They really are. Birthday, congrats, friend, home, love, and thanks. Again, you've got a saving of pretty much a third on this bundle, so pretty much like you're getting 6 but only paying for 4, which is lovely. £51.96, $59.96. Debbie has also put together a collection of embossing folders for the show, and these are so cool. 3 of these are 3D. One is the Sarah Signature Rose Gold Collection folder, and you've got the Lily one there as well, which is so cool. Plus Crafty Friends and the Rick Rack. £25 for all 6 of those folders, but it's only on this show bundle for today. Now, for your storage, we have got your die and stamp folders. Invaluable for a stamp set collection like we're featuring today. Perfect, because it keeps them in a nice library all together for those really brilliant sentiments. So the small one there, which Debbie had all of the stamp sets from this show in, and more would go in as well, £13.49, $13.45, and we've got the larger one, which is an A4 size, which is £17.99, $22.45. Then we've got the Harmony Quick Dry ink pads. Now I have to tell you, we are limited stock in Spring Meadow. Are we any other worries, Johnny, stock wise? Because I was looking before the show. Spring Meadow, extremely limited stock, just so you know, but there's a massive selection there. $4.99 or $6.95 for one. But they're only 3 for 2. They're on a 3 for 2, which is, you know, really good. I love it. Really good. And there's so much more on the show as well. So if, like me, you have only recently got something like a simple as a pokey tool in your collection, it's there if you go and shop the show as well. It's always good. If you've got it ordered together, it's always good having a little mosey round as well. You might want to... I'm not saying this out loud, producer Johnny, so don't listen. But you might want to, while you're having a look at the Crafters TV schedule, you might want to have a little shop the show Second Chance Sunday already. Just saying, I think you can already. So you might want to have a look in there as well, because I know things like your stamping platforms are in there. So if you need one of those, get it all in the same order. Get it all in the same order. Anyway, let me show you the full collection of the stamps. I've said too much already, honestly. Here they are then, your stamp sets. You've got 8 of them, remember, in your full collection. So let's go through. So we've got thank you. And remember, you can buy any of these stamp sets individually or part of a multi-buy, 2 for $25 or $28. But by the time you've started choosing through your multi-buys, you're up to 4 or 6 already, and you think, oh, well, I may as well go for the full collection now. Because I think, you know, one way or another, you are going to need them all, aren't you? One way or another. And you'll just go... It's one of those things where you multiply 2 and you think, oh, somebody's just moved into a new house, or there'll be something that you knew was in this collection somewhere that you didn't grab the first time. So there is thank you. Love the way that all of the words as well. Sometimes you've got them together and sometimes you've got them apart. So you've got a nice big choice. And look at all the different fonts in one stamp selection. So there is your good luck. And there is Special Friend. Love that one. So much value for money in just that stamp set there, isn't there? Because you'll use it again and again and again in lots and lots of different ways. Thinking of you. Again, the thinking, the of, the you. Separated out, different fonts you can mix and match. So you can use it for lots and lots of different meanings and sentiments too. Just for you. Same one there as well. Could be just for you on a special anniversary, just for you, Special Friend, as we... Debbie mixed up the cut and emboss folders, didn't she, with thanks and Special Friend, which is brilliant. Most popular of all the stamp sets on the individuals and the multi-buys is Happy Birthday, and of course it always will be, because whenever Happy Birthday is featured, it is going to be the one that people go for a lot. I think a lot of people loving the fact that Happy and Birthday are separated out lots and lots of different ways there, which is lovely. Happy Anniversary, same for that as well. You might want a big gap between Happy and Anniversary, so you could have your Happy at the top of the card and your Anniversary right at the bottom of the card, because you can separate them out in different fonts, which I love. And Congratulations, there you go, put it in this time. Congratulations is a really good one, because you've got great big feature stamps like this one here for congratulations, and then you've got smaller and bolder and funkier and, you know, amusing fonts as well. It's really nice. I see this as the kind of Instagram of stamp sets. You know, when you're looking for your emojis to say a certain thing, this is like your stamp version of that, isn't it? Because it gives you lots and lots of different choices without thinking, oh, well, I've seen a thank, I really like that thank you in a font. Now, it came with a die set. Now, which one was it? And you start going through your library and you're there hours and hours later and still never track it down. Do you know what I mean? Or you took the stamp off the stamp sheet and put it in the safe place. That's so good. Don't forget you get the ink pad with that complete collection as well. £90, $100. Let's just check the comments, see what you are saying right now. If there's any questions for Debbie, by the way, as we go along, or how these are used, or whatever, pop them into the comments on YouTube or our Crafters TV Facebook page as well, because we can literally live while we're on the show, because we've got another half an hour. So I can literally put the questions to Debbie as well. Tall Chicky 8 on YouTube says, okay, I've succumbed and I've added this collection to my cart. Well, listen, thank you. It is Confessional Sunday. You have confessed and you are now absolved. You will have easy stamping for years to come. It's not a bad confession, that one, Debbie, is it really?
Oh, definitely not. I love a good confession, I really do. Do you know what I confess to though? I would be definitely, honestly, this is something you've got to have in your, got to have it in your hands. Do you know you were saying then a minute ago, Derek, about everything being all over the place and having to start rooting round and things like that?
Yeah.
You don't have to. Get yourself a good storage system. We've got it covered for you today. This is the perfect storage system. Let me just show you for a second before I show you what we're making, so that you can see how beautiful these fit on. This is the smallest of them. If you go for the largest one, you can get a couple of sets on each sheet, but this is the smallest of them and they fit perfectly onto there, and then you've got everything to hand, and that is why I would oh look, confessions. Talking of confessions, Debbie's not cleaned a stamp. But there we go. You can see now everything is to hand, and you don't have to start taking them out at ring binders if you don't want to, Derek. You just peel that back and you take off what you need and you pop it back down when you're done with. And I absolutely think this is a definite must-have when it comes to storage, keeping everything together, keeping all your sentiments together. You know now you've got all those occasions covered on there. Absolutely fabulous. And that's what we're going to start with. We're going to do a nice occasion card. We're going to do an happy anniversary card. And I'm going to use some of my favourite products, which is Edibles. And as if by magic, we've got some fabulous Edibles on the show today as well. So again, look at that. Combining the two, Derek. Perfect, simple, clean, but really, really effective, and a lovely card to give to somebody.
It's good,
if you are selling as well, Derek.
Yeah.
If you're selling.
It's really sophisticated, isn't it?
Absolutely it is. So I thought what we do first is we'll start with this Edible. This is the Edwardian Rose. There, say it slowly, always. But it always comes out better when you say it slowly. Now the cardstock again, I've gone with one that I tend to do quite a lot, which is an 8, either just under 8x6. But fold it in half, and you've got yourself a nice card blank. And I'll tell you why I've done it at that size, because this is a nice size die. We are talking 6 inches in length, but they can go across the top of your card, like you saw with my butterfly one right at the very beginning. That can go across the top. They can go diagonally on your card, so they look perfect on an easel card. You can cut them out and build them up, so you've got like strips of them. Absolutely fabulous. And for this one, they're going down the side, and they're going to decorate the 2 side edges of my card base. So, Derek, I'm going to stretch this out, and I'm going to bring in my large Gemini plates for this one, because I am using quite a big piece of cardstock, and I've already given myself, and if I turn that there for a second, I already placed this on and give myself a little pencil mark of where to pop it. But if you are wanting it to be just at the ends, you just open your cardstock off, you take that up to the very top, make sure that that doesn't overhang on that side, so just place that on, and then make sure edge to edge it's going across there, and then you're going to hold that down with some tape. Low tack tape will do the job. And again, just place that on, and then it's a thin metal die combination. So as always, when I'm doing it, I pop down my plastic shim, I plop. What's plop? I pop down my magnetic shim over the top, and then lastly I'm going to put my other cutting plate on the top there too, and I'm just going to run that through my Gemini. Now these will fit onto your Gemini Junior, they'll fit into your Gemini Go, and as you saw very back at the beginning, I put my butterfly one through my Mini and it cut absolutely perfect. So you can be rest assured they'll go through any of your machines, and not just our machines. If you haven't got one of our machines yet, then all you need to do is just follow your instruction manuals for your thin metal dies, okay? Now that is going to take off now that lovely edge, and when we take the die off, I mean, look at that, how fabulous is that? Just take your time with my tape. All the dye is in there, all the bits are in there, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of tap. I've just realised Jan's heading, I mean, she must be nearly approaching the building, that's all I can say. She must be on her way in, but actually, I'm leaving it a bit of a mess.
For everyone that is absolutely brand spanking new to Crafters TV, obviously we would have seen online, you would have seen on our Facebook and YouTube and everything else, or Instagram, that we've mentioned Jan. But tell us all about Jan, because I mean, I haven't met Jan yet. And a lot of the viewers won't either. So tell us everything. So
Jan's back to work now. Now the lockdown restrictions are easing slightly. Jan's back to work. And so I've known Jan for 4 years. We met 4 years ago. We've been working for Crafters over 4 years, actually. And we met when we went to go and work for Chesterfield, the Chesterfield branch of our Crafters Companion stores. So I've known Jan for a long time now. She's one of my very good friends. And she's a multi-talented crafter as well. She can turn around to absolutely anything. So Jan's been here at Crafters TV since the, I think about March, April time last year, and has been doing the shows, but obviously with all the business with lockdown and things like that, she's not been here. However, today's her first day back, so she's going to be here with Second Chance Sunday, and I know she'll have got some amazing demos lined up to share with you her knowledge and her take on our products. So it's nice when we've got lots of different crafters on the team, different styles and things like that, and it's really nice that we've got all the team back working now. So it's lovely that everyone's back together. So Jan's going to be here at 4 p.m, so you must come and join her and show her your love as well. Absolutely. I'm hoping I get to see her a little bit when we cross in between the two shows. Got an hour to swap around, so I'm going to help her just set up and everything like that, because there's a few new faces that Jan doesn't know yet, Derek, yours included. Yes. But I've told her all about you. I've told her how much I love you.
Only the good bits, I hope, Debbie.
I've told her absolutely everything about you, Derek, and how much I love working with you. Not everything, but I'll let her find that out for herself.
Remember, Debbie, though, we do only have 1 hour on the crossover, though. If you've got lots of catching up to do, remember, Jan's
you'll probably still, you know what, you'll probably catch me here on air. I'll probably just be nattered away while she's busy setting up, because I've just literally got to, well, it takes me a while to clear up, but I'll just scoot everything off the counter. I'll go and do it all over in that corner while she comes and gets set up. But that's what it's all about. Love live TV. It's absolutely fabulous. Right. Now I've said enough about Jan. You'll get to meet her in a little bit. For those of you who know her, I know I've seen the love that you're already sharing about her coming back. So you get to meet her. For all you newbies who've just joined us since lockdown, you'll get to meet her too. And you'll agree she's a fabulous crafter, as well as a lovely lady too. Right, so can I just show you what I'm going to do with the other edge? So what I've done, Derek, is while I've been busy chatting there, I've just literally taken a little cut just at this end and separated there, and I've just reversed it onto the other side, and I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to tape that down, and this now will create that beautiful edge to edge, lovely effect, ready for something to go in the middle. As if we didn't know what's going to go in the middle.
So Debbie, if you're going to use an edgeable like this, is it always best to know the size of the edgeable and then just double that for the length of your card? That's like an easy kind of just double the length of the edgeable, and you can use it in this way.
Yes. So whatever card base you start with, so that one, if you do it, so for example, an A4. But you scroll down the middle, creates is it a C6 they call that one? I'm trying to remember now. But you can then run exactly the same. You probably would have a little bit of an extra panel at the top and the bottom because it's a bit bigger than a 6 inches. However, you could chop your card down to size. So if you wanted a card blank at 8x6, that's what you could do, and this will fit perfectly on there. And just depending where you want it. If you just want it running along the top, you can just run it along the top as well. But it looks lovely when it runs down both sides. It gives it a real nice feature to it. So again, all I'm going to do, Derek, is I'm going to lift off my tape. There we go. So let's pop that down. And then that one, I'm always saving my low-tack tape, Derek. I don't know what's wrong with me. It comes in a packet of 3. I don't know why I keep saving low-tack tape.
I do exactly the same.
Do you do the same?
I'm
so glad it's not just me.
Yeah, no, I've got lots of strips on the side of the table. And do you know where most of them end up? When I'm walking around the table, they decide to attach themselves to my trousers. Yeah. So I walk around the house and I'm saying, what the heck's that? Oh, it's just a bit more tape. Like you do.
Oh, that you know, you're a true crafter, Derek. You're a true crafter. That's exactly what happens.
I'm loving it. I've got crafting trousers now as well. They're covered in glue and glitter.
Oh, you do. You get, oh, well, I've ruined many a good top and many a good pair of trousers with glue. Absolutely, I have. But now, look. There we go. Can you see now when we just fold that over? Let's just hold that there for a second so you can see that beautiful. Isn't that Edwardian rose just glorious? It's absolutely fabulous. Do you know what's missing though, Derek?
What's it missing, Debbie?
It's missing a sentiment.
Of course it is.
So let's get the sentiment part done. So I'm going to bring back in my stamping mat and stamping platform, and I'm going to bring in a spare piece of cardstock. Well, I've already measured my cardstock to size that will fit down the middle. I've already done all those measurements, and now I'm just going to place on, and it's a case of what font do you want to choose. What I love again about this font, Derek, is that you could choose the 2 that match, but you could also have a little bit of fun and you could play around with it and you can mix and match them. So you could perhaps have, let's just bring that in for a second so I can show you. You could perhaps have the solid happy and the lovely font there. Yeah. Shall we do that?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do that. Let's mix it up a little bit.
Something else that we'll do very, very quickly, just for the last sort of 20 minutes or so of the show, Debbie, because we have a very, very kind of fixed idea in the UK of what we have for a Sunday dinner, don't we?
Oh, we do.
It's traditionally a roast on a Sunday in the UK, but I know we've got our friends across the pond, and I'm curious because I've never been stateside yet. I must do it. Can't believe I've got to 24 and never been stateside. That's a bit weird, isn't it? 24-ish.
24-ish, oh.
VAT, Debbie, VAT and things like that. So let us know what you're having for Sunday lunch today. You might be in the UK and you might have a nice bit of roast beef on the go for later on because it's coming up to lunch. Oh,
Derek, it's gone past lunchtime. I keep telling you, we keep missing lunch.
What did you have then for Sunday lunch if you're in the UK, and what are you having if you are anywhere else around the world? I mean, Sarah, who's in Melbourne, lunch for her was like 12 hours ago. So let me know in the comments as well, just for the last few minutes, because I'm just nosy and quite hungry, actually.
Actually, can you hear the rumbling over this side of the room? My belly is doing noises in the background here because I missed me. I only had a very light breakfast. And then obviously missed dinner because we were trying to get ready and we're doing a little bit of filming this morning. So, yep. So it's starting to rumble a little bit. Did you hear Johnny then? Did you hear him, Derek? One take, Debbie.
One take wonder.
One take wonder. Not like I normally am. 100 takes that it normally takes for me to get something. Oh my goodness. I'll have to share with you. We did a bit of filming last week, me and Johnny, and I must have done about 100 takes. What should have been a 10-minute job turned into an hour and a half. Oh. And I couldn't keep a straight face in the end. And then I was starting to get cross with myself because
she was really cross with herself.
You were in there, weren't you? You actually went out for your dinner and came back.
I had to go because I was feeling your pain, and all I could hear was Debbie saying, "Oh, Debbie, you stupid woman, why have you said that? Why didn't you get right?" Bless her. I was just like, "Oh, if only I knew what I was doing, I'd do it for you, Debbie." Bless her, because she was like having so much. She was saying all the right things, but not necessarily in the right order at the right places. The other things kept jumping in. But there you go. That's telly, isn't it, Debbie?
It is telly, Derek. It is telly. Now, look what I'm going to do. Shall I show you what I'm doing? I've stamped my happy anniversary in those 2 different fonts, but I'm just using, do you know that A? It's got a lovely little feature to it that I'm just going to add a little bit of decoration.
Oh, you've
just to add. Did you wonder what I was doing there and where I was going with it?
Where it was from? Yeah.
I just thought it adds a nice little scroll just on that end, and I'm just literally, and because these are ergonomically shaped, it means I can actually just get in to that tip of that piece of the stamp without having to mask it or anything.
Is that the Chinese red?
This one is the Bordeaux red.
Oh,
it's the Bordeaux.
It's very grand, isn't it?
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous. I love Bordeaux. It's got that deep red to it. It's a bit like my hair at the minute. I've gone from purple to red. That's what I've done. Oh, look how fabulous that looks. Just think, what a lovely little addition there, just on the end. It just gives it a real nice little feature. So, because I've changed that up a little bit, let's bring in my, I've got some red to match me red, Derek, and that's just going to be my little matten layer. Let's move that out of the way for a second. So I'm just going to now pop, using my all-purpose glue, just onto the background to create my mat. And it gives me that wiggle time as well, Derek, just into there. And it gives me the wiggle time to get... Derek, have you heard Johnny? He's cracking me up. He's cracking me up, he is. Now, let me just now bring back in my card, and then I'm just going to pop on again. I've taken a piece of red cardstock. I'm just going to pop that into the back there. And literally then I'm just going to mat that onto the back inside of the card, and what that will do is make my lovely, beautiful Edwardian rose edgeable pop. Look at that, how much that just brings that to life without having to add any ink or anything. Don't forget, you could ink up the edges of this, but I'm going to keep it nice and clean and simple for this. And then again, I'm just going to bring in my all-purpose glue and then just stick that onto the back there, and then just add, and oh, where's my gems gone, Derek? Let me get my gems. Let's add a few gems just to give it a nice little pop there. Let's pop some on the end of these.
Oh, apparently there's a flood of invitations.
Is there?
Via the comments.
Can I come with you, Derek?
Yeah, of course you can.
Can I come with you? Where are you going?
Well, can't go on an adventure without a mate, can you? Got to take a mate with you, haven't you? We'll do a tour, should we? Should we do a tour around America?
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to go.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, it would be fabulous. Who's been inviting you to America?
Well, there's also, I haven't seen them yet because I'm waiting for my my social superstars to send me the gossip. But Johnny's having a little look through the comments right now. Oh, Christine. So upstate New York then. Where else are we going, Johnny? This sounds fun.
It sounds fun. I'm coming though. If you're going away, I'm coming with you. I've always wanted to go to America.
California. Sarah's inviting us to Melbourne as well.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to Australia. My niece lives in Australia.
As long as Melbourne's not like a creepy crawly part of Australia, I'll be fine with that. Snakes.
There's lots of creepy crawlies, isn't there? I
think anything with more than 4 legs is a bit of a worry. You know what I mean?
Right, there we go, Derek. So let me just hold that there so you can see that lovely script there. And just by changing up a little bit, just again, absolutely fabulous. Use your things like your edgeables or any other things that you have in your stash, your embossing folders, how fabulous your embossing folders would look. But again, really clean and simple, but just showing you what you can do when you've got the right sentiments to say what you want to say.
That's stunning.
Thank you.
Really, really stunning, Debbie. Oh, we've been invited everywhere. Apparently we're going to Niagara Falls, Tennessee, Louisiana. We're going everywhere. Some Cajun cooking in Louisiana. That sounds all right, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh, do you know what? One of my favourite series, and I'm sure, you get it stateside and we get it here as well. Is it called Drive-In Diners and Dives? Is it Guy Fieri, who's an amazing, well, I say he's a chef. I don't think I've ever actually seen him cook anything. He just goes around to different places and eats a lot of things from what I've seen. But I love that show. That's one of the main reasons I want to go stateside. But I just know that I would just double. I would just literally would double in 2 days. But that's fine. It's worth it for the food. It all looks so good. Let me take you through this whole collection of stamps in the meantime. Attention, please. Back to the subject. Here we are with 8 amazing stamp sets in this full collection here. We'll go through them all one by one. So we've got thank you, which is, again, brilliant. Notice how the words are separated as well. So sometimes they're together, but lots are separated in different fonts. We've got your good luck. They're all available individually, $14.99 or $16.95, or the multi-buy 2 for $25 or $28. The most popular 2, by the way, are going to be Happy Anniversary and happy birthday. So that is the special friends one. We also have Thinking of You. Again, see how many times it's separated out. It's fantastic, this collection. It really is brilliant. It's going to be like your little library for all occasions, I think. There's Just For You. And we also have the most popular, which is Happy Birthday. Oh, I can't sing that, can they? We can't sing that anymore. That's copyrighted to somebody, isn't it, that song? If you sing it on television, for some reason. More than 6 seconds, I'm all right with just the first 2 seconds. Johnny was timing it. Then we've got Happy Anniversary. Yeah, who writes the check, Johnny? Is it me or is it Sarah? Oh, is it? Okay, I'll shut up then. Because I don't have any wages. There is congratulations, of course. I don't have any wages, as we know, because they come into my account from Crafter's Companion and then go back into Crafter's Companion in goodies that I get. That's how it works. You get the ink pad with that bundle as well, remember, with the full collection. So that's all 8 of the stamp sets, plus the Harmony Quick Dry Twilight Grey, which is really, really good. Let me show you the lace edgeables as well, because that's a lovely bundle of 6 lace edgeables. And this is basically, it's a third of the price off, isn't it, with the lace edgeables? So it's almost like you're buying 6 but only paying for 4, which is really, really cool. So there is your butterfly lace, which is Debbie's favourite, of course. Then you've got the Venetian scrolls. And then you've got that Edwardian rose, the one that Debbie just used on that wonderful card. And then we've got traditional lace and ornate henna. Again, so much detail in these stamps, isn't there? And you also then have the heartfelt wishes. So all 6 of those edgeables, $39.96 or $55.80. So it's a 30% saving on that. I tell you what, it's so, so good. I keep seeing a monkey. Oh, there's a monkey down here. It's part of the set, Derek, that's what it is. Let's see where else we're going to. Oh, we're going to Ohio, Debbie, on our tour, because we're going to the amusement parks there. Where else are we going? Dylan says we're having a heat warning in coastal California this weekend. We'll definitely cook outside. Mary says I always have room for you at my place in Wisconsin. Derek, we're big fans of Guy F, and we've made a point in eating places he has been to on his show, says Michelle. Sue says, come to Ohio. We have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, 30 minutes from me. And Sonia says, Guy also has a cooking show where he cooked before the dive show. Oh, I see. I love the dive show. I'd love to do a show like that. I'd love to present a show. Joe would love to present a show like that. Could you imagine Joe presenting that, Debbie?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He'd love it, wouldn't he?
He would adore that. He really, really would.
All the diners.
Right, so shall we crack on with one more demo?
Yes.
We'll do a really, really quick one. She says, looking for a brush. Ang fire, Derek, ang fire.
Well, you know we have got some brushes on the show as well.
We have indeed.
Absolutely brilliant name and make and brand as well. They're really, really good. We'll get you the details up in just a second, but Debbie, off you go. Right,
so I'm going to use my Aquatints. Have we got summertime on the show? Summertime. Woohoo! I've got one right. So, summertime has got really 3 beautiful colours in there. We've got blue, red and green too. So, I've taken a couple of pieces of cardstock here. Now, this is watercolour cardstock. And this is, I've already cut them out actually, Derek. I've used our nesting dies. So, I used one of my torn nesting heart dies for this because I'm going to make myself a little bit of an easel card. But I need to create a bit of a background before I can stamp onto it. So, with that said, I am going to... Did you put your water spritzer away, Debbie? Did you put it away?
And what colour is it at the moment?
Well, we're back to nice clean water. So I'm just going to give that a nice little squirt of water. Just put some water down there. So it means that my colour wash will spread a little bit better. Now I'm taking a tiny little bit again. Now, just look how beautiful that is. And I'm going to go in with another colour and we're going to mix those up. So I'm going to use the blue and I say... Isn't that beautiful? Just a nice little bit of a colour wash. So again, I'm just going to leave that there just for a second. I'll dry that off in a moment. We'll go back to the red, using my little one again. So I'm just going to take a little bit goes a heck of a long way. Can I just tell you, Derek? It really, really does. Make sure you're getting the right colour there, Debs.
And do you with these, do you have one brush per colour or do you wash out in between?
I tend to have one colour per brush.
Yeah.
That right word. So I'm trying to keep it nice and clean though, Derek, and I've put my water away like a daft devil that I am. But I'm going to just dry this off for a second and then I'll clean up the rest and then I'll show you again. We'll do a nice little bit of a splashy technique in the background.
Okay,
so I'm just using this to dry this off, Derek.
Alrighty, we had a suggestion earlier, by the way, going back to the cleaning stamps thing, and I don't want to dredge that back up again, but somebody suggested that maybe an old toothbrush would be good
That's
for
a good
cleaning
idea.
a stamp.
Absolutely, a cracking
Or maybe
idea,
buy
that
you one, Debbie.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to be using my toothbrush. Mine's an electronic toothbrush. Don't want to be using that to clean any of the stamps.
just get you can get like the cheapy ones from the pharmacist, can't you?
Absolutely. Now I'm not, do you know, and I've seen Jan's in the building, so I'm not going to do what I would normally do. Well, actually, I am, because I'm just thinking we haven't got much time left, have we? No, normally I would take a piece of spare card and swoosh up the rest of that ink that's on my glass mat. Can you see it all on there?
To make a background?
To make a background, yeah, because I've got loads of ink still on there.
Go on, Deb,
However, no, I can't, Derek, I can't. We haven't got enough time.
Oh, okay.
I've got to put my card together.
Okay.
Right, so I'm just going to swish that up. Look, I can hear her now. She'll be going, Debbie, all that ink you've just wasted on that mat, you could use it for a background. However, could use this, let this dry out, and then I could die cut into it if I wanted to.
That's
so
true.
I'm just going to clean me rather inky hands. She'll be very proud of me. Inky fingers.
Wow.
That's what we call our Jan. We nickname her Inky Fingers. Because she's never, you always know a sign of a true crafter. You've got to have some inky fingers, you have. Now, literally, all I'm going to do, Derek, is I'm going to give this a little splash of water just over the top. So I'm going to have to go and run and fetch my water now. Now she's put it back over here.
It's purple.
It is. Yes, it is. It's rather looking purple. Always got to be purple. And just nice little splashes down there. Purple water, I know, Johnny. Who'd have thought? So I'll say look at this now, but I'm going to let that soak up and then I'm ready to do my stamping technique over the top. And again, just the longer you leave it down, the longer you leave the water, the more it sucks the ink up. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So now I've got two beautiful little features there ready to use in my little love heart easel. So again, let me just bring in my easel, Derek. So I've taken, using the said nesting dies again, I've cut 3 mats out for this one. So I've got 3 mats, and all I'm going to do is I've scored just along the middle point here and just at the top, and I'm just going to bring in, and I hope my mat is now clear of ink. I'm just going to pop some tape just on there and stick that at the very top, and that creates then my easel shape, and it just needs its mat on the front. So I'm going to place now tape just on this bottom panel. So again, just pop that on and then match that up at the very bottom, and there I've created my easel base all ready to decorate with my easel. My little bases that fit inside there, and that's my lovely background. So I'll bring in, do you know what, before I do, leave that there, Debbie, leave that there. Let's just put, we'll pop trying to think of the word, Derek.
Gem?
No, another
foam
foam pad, that's what I'm doing. I'm popping a bit of a foam pad just on the back. Take that off, and that's going to act as my stopper. I think it might still be a bit wet, Derek. I think I'm trying to rush this demo, and I really should take time, because I think because it's still a bit wet, it's still stuck on there. There we go. So I'm going to use that as a topper. Not a topper, a stopper.
Similar.
Stopper. Similar, but that acts as my stopper. Now, we need to just finish this off, Derek, with, what do we need?
A sentiment.
A sentiment.
Wow, got it right.
Absolutely. I almost like I got you trained. Then we've only come to end at 2 hours. We've got there eventually.
Do you know, because we haven't had our Saturday warm-up this weekend, have we, Debbie?
I know.
We've just gone straight into Sunday morning.
Exactly. And I do love working over the weekends. I really do. I enjoy it. I do. You know how much I love my craft house. I'd do that show every week. If I could get that gig every week, that's what I would be doing, because it's one of my favourites.
Love it.
I absolutely love it. But do you know what, Derek?
Go on.
All I want to say is thank you for being a wonderful host and a lovely addition to our team. I know now you feel like you've been here quite a long time. It feels like that, doesn't it, Derek?
Yeah,
Like,
it does
feels
actually,
like you've
yeah.
always been part of the team.
I love it.
And we've actually got a new member
We
starting, haven't we, tomorrow?
We have. It's great to be able to talk about it now as well, because we've been
it is.
keeping that under our hat. Like, I've known about that since before I was here, I think.
And do you know how long I've known, Derek? And I've had to keep it really quiet. I've known for months, and
Yeah.
I've had to sit
Yeah.
literally zipped
Yeah.
and not been able to say a word because I love Ben to bits. You know, I mean, I've worked with him loads, so I absolutely love Ben to bits. So I'm really excited that he's joining the team. It's his first official show tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's gonna be
not
awesome.
tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah,
Getting confused with myself, Derek.
Well, let's
but
just
what
say
I would
tomorrow
like
early
to say
show.
to you, Derek, is thank you.
Ah.
Thank you very much for a lovely couple of hours with this fabulous new collection of mix and match sentiments that we've got for you today, covering all sorts of occasions, everything that you need them to say. I just think these are a must have. Talk about having good craft tools in your stash. We're not talking like mechanicals or things that you need like platforms and stamping mats. Yes, you need those things, but you need a good set of tools. I always talked about having embossing folders, a selection of embossing folders, having a selection of nesting dies, and having a selection of sentiments. You are going to be covered for all sorts of occasions. These are a fabulous addition to our range, and I know how much you've been loving them as much as I do. So thank you very much, Derek.
True. Thank you, darling girl, as always. When are you back on Crafters TV, Debbie?
I will be back on Wednesday. I'm hot-footing it after this show down to Peterborough. I've got a few days at Crate and Craft, and then I'm hot-footing it straight back up on Tuesday night, so I can be here all day Wednesday with the lovely Ben.
Brilliant. You're going to love it.
Can't wait.
And we are going to miss you till then. But we'll sneak and have a little look at your Create and Craft shows as well, I'm sure, along the way. Thank you, lovely girl. Right, let's talk about everything that we've seen in the show, or certainly our main feature of this show, which is these mix and match stamp sets, which are so good. Remember, it is a selection of 8 incredible stamp sets in this collection. It really is fantastic. I love it. You have got your thank you, and remember the sentiments. Sometimes the thank you is together, sometimes the thank you is miles apart in different fonts. So you can mix and match not only the words on one stamp set, but you can mix and match stamp set sentiments on the same project, which is really good. There is your good luck. That comes in the main collection as well. So does your special friend. Look at these funky fonts as well. Some are more like handwriting, some are more like calligraphy, some are a little bit funky. It's like your Instagram of stamp sets, this one. This is your thinking of you, and again, thinking and of and you all separated out, so you can be using them in so many different ways. There is just for you. I don't know what I was thinking of there. There's no such song, is there? Oh, there's a Lionel Richie song called Just For You, isn't there? But I can't sing that because I can't afford his wages. There's Happy Birthday, the most popular individually and in the multi-buys as well. Seconded by Happy Anniversary. That's a song as well, isn't it? Who sang Happy Anniversary? Can't remember. And then you've got Congratulations. And we all know who sang that one. For Eurovision, especially Joe knows that one. So £90. Remember, you get the ink pad as well, and it's a quick dry Harmony ink pad that you get with that as well, the Twilight Grey. All of those, remember, you can buy the stamp sets individually, you can buy them as multi-buys too for £25 or $28. Is that the end of the show? Is that it? Oh, and look, it's beyond the end of the show. I've kept you longer than I should have. I'm so sorry. Listen, this is the part of the day where we give you an hour off now, so you can go and let the cat out and the dog in, or the other way around, whichever suits you. Go and have a cup of tea, bite to eat. That's what we're off to do right now. And make sure you're back here in an hour. 2 very good reasons. Well, there's 101 different reasons why you should come back. But our lovely Jan Brown is back in the house as well. We haven't seen her for months and months in the Crafters TV studio, so she is here. And it's also Second Chance Sunday as well. So we've got some amazing demonstrations, some amazing goodies, some of our favourites from recent times here at Crafters Companion. And let me tell you, there are lots and lots of deals. I mean, I can't tell you can go and look at them now if you go and shop the show on the schedule. I can't tell you that, but I'll see you back here in less than an hour. Be there.